and and I learned that their logo is ripped off from the Submariner, and that's the end of that story that the audience got to hear.
Interesting.
Oh boy! But I'm guessing anybody who lives on the internet knows exactly what I'm talking about, even by just that sentence. So, anyways, welcome to D&D.
We're live?
We are live.
Oh boy! Who would like to recap last episode?
Oh God.
I was telling Richard before we started, not me, because I don't know what happened. I remember nothing of the last, 30 or so minutes of last week.
Last week we started off with you guys beginning a long rest deep within some kind of plane that may or may not have been the Feywild.
Right. Yeah. We slept in weird places. We talked to a David Bowie-esque character who was just kind of vibing and ruler of the land. There was a lot of spaghetti thrown last session. Kind of getting throwing spaghetti, see what sticks, planning.
Egg.
On my face?
Egg.
Oh, the god egg from space, right? Yeah. Thank y'all for rolling with me with that too, because that felt real good. It was we found an egg from space. It's definitely like a god egg that hatched a god. I don't care what any of y'all say, but apparently don't do that. But that's fine, you know. My beliefs have been shattered. I'm gonna pass it to somebody else.
I just think about that
55 minutes on that.
It was
you
good.
know that one Vin Diesel meme where there's a bunch of guys that are all dressed like Vin Diesel, and they're just like family.
Oh my God.
Family. I just think about Hunter times 100, and he's just like egg.
Egg.
And that was a good hour of last week.
A good hour, indeed.
It was a good hour.
We made contact with a bunch of people. The Summer Prince, he gave us some rings that can help us fight the Mind Flayer. We fucked around with an egg for a while. We narrowly escaped the Feywild, the Loch Raven Forest.
Mm-hmm.
We evaded Lopaw's elite guards. Very
At this point, just hunting you down. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just gonna kill us.
Oh, also skipping over, you guys did a lot of sending even before the egg.
Oh yeah, I talked to Poe, and I was like, "Hey, stuff's going down vaguely. Can we meet in your STEM garden?" And we have, I think it was a week to meet him there, or 5 days, something like that. And we messaged who else?
I messaged the madam,
right,
and we kind of smoothed over things there. And she was like, Lopaw will be off your back. But then also, as we were leaving the forest later in the episode, Lopaw's men were clearly out there trying to look for us. So,
Hadn't gotten to them yet, probably.
Yeah. That may also just be their personal beef if those were the ones we actually fought, you know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really trust her.
Who else? I don't remember who else we messaged.
Either, at all. Everyone's like, let's message the madam. And I'm like, can we not?
Did we message Inger or any of the people going up?
No, because there wasn't...
Yes, we did.
Well, I thought we didn't because there wasn't enough time for them to get to the Soulforge yet.
Yeah, they're still heading up the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because it had only been 36 hours or something in game. So we're going to, but there's no way they'd be there yet, I think was the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You guys messaged Poe, you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did not message Cerebro yet, did we?
We did.
We did, and we tried to
right.
I don't know, decrypt the information, and he was like, that's some dumb shit, I got it.
Yeah, that's right. He was like, this channel's clear.
This is a secure
right,
line.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah. So we're going to return to STEM Garden, meet Poe to do that. But I know first there's some stuff going on with Demon Souls Prison of Hope thing going on with maybe Chimera kid, right?
Yeah. I went and visited my alt daughter for a minute, and she has like forge sickness, so she was banged up with not Audra and alt Chimera, and then alt Keone was like, oh yeah, I tried to do what you do and like go over timelines, but I ended up in this creature thing that has like tentacles spewing out its back. And then Chimera was like, I don't know how to handle that, gotta go. And she left, and then she came back. And it was kind of more of the same, talking about people who had gills and like flap parts of stingrays and stuff, and how there was an illithid kind of leading them all, and it felt like it invaded her mind while she was there.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Your AU daughter also said that they made an attempt or an assault on a mind flayer or something like that. And
that they were going around trying to kill each of those like flying octopus scout things, and they got ambushed by a mind flare.
Yeah, a lot of people died. Hunter's dead, and I think Onwar's dead. Is Onwar dead? Onwar's dead, and Luke might be dead. Yep. And nobody can find the worthless robot. We think he's down in the Soul Forge. We don't know.
He's down there just like, God damn it, I'm trying. You call me useless.
Lots of bad things happening in alternate universe that was supposed to be better than this one, but here we are.
Now,
it really seemed like it was the best timeline for a while, but then things took a dark turn.
Took a turn.
Now, when you say the alt timeline, you mean the one where everyone's got tattoos and piercings, right? That's what we mean by alternative.
There's a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Was that it?
Right,
did we get everything?
Yeah, I think that's most of it. Yeah. So you guys were long resting outside of the woods, kind of up in the mountain area. Let me take you over to.
Oh right. Oh, and there was a bear. Audra finally successfully talked to something and didn't piss it off.
Yes, Audra finally
pissing it off.
If that's not a reason for Audra's level up, I don't know what is. She finally talked with something from nature and didn't piss it off.
It's like instead of like you beat an enemy and the victory theme plays, it's just a handshake with the bear while it plays. Just
yeah. Can Hunter teach Audra animal handling?
Oh, no, I have it. I have a +3. I just, like, every time I've tried to use my speech of beast and leaf, it's gone badly.
That's
well,
fair.
it's either gone badly or it's had no effect. Because, like, she's talked to trees a couple times and nothing's really happened. But anytime it's, like, an aggro tree, it hasn't really worked out.
That'd be oh, man.
I
got nothing.
I don't know.
Happy
Anyways,
Arbor Day.
but that's where we wrapped it, right? Like, that's because we all went to bed and then Chimera did her thing.
Yep, Chimera did her thing, and we were starting up again where Chimera was eyeing Rain.
Oh, right.
So, Chimera, why don't you take it from here?
So it's middle of the night. Is Rain asleep?
Yep, she would be. As long as it's not her watch.
Whose watch is it?
I think we said it was mine.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
We doing buddy system or not?
I don't think we had been at that point. Or most nights, for that matter.
I don't know if there's enough of us to do a buddy system.
We would need one more.
We kind of homebrewed you can do a buddy system and still get your long rest kind of thing. But either way, I think just by choice, people haven't been doing it lately. But there was a period you guys were doing that.
I think it's just an odd even number thing. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Chimera suddenly she sits up and her eyes immediately like track over to Rain, and there's not even like a moment's pause before she's up and walking directly towards her, grabbing her wrist, not like roughly, but like just enough to like feel the like pulse point. And I'm gonna reach out with her free, or she's gonna reach out with her free hand and gently shake Rain's shoulder.
As you shake Rain's shoulder, you definitely get another good look at her scaly skin and gills.
Damn, I'm gonna kill this chick tonight.
She's a little startled awake, mostly by the hand grabbing. Chimera, is everything all right?
I have a very important question to ask you, and I need 100% honesty. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes?
Are the Empire mutating people? Are they changing them that you're aware of?
No?
Can I insight with feeling that pulse point?
You sure can.
Your heart rate is elevated. You're lying.
You're lying.
It's not like she just got started awake or anything like that.
Right.
I'm picturing
you got
Rain.
you got a 12. Are you digging through just one timeline, or are you digging through multiple timelines where her face might give slightly different responses?
Yeah, we'll look it. Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
we'll look it. Here we are. Nothing ever changes.
Dozens, baby, dozens.
Hey, at least you haven't finished your long rest yet. So
Right.
I
With
just
that-
imagine her looking through every timeline, and she looks the exact
same. Just like,
It's just like, oh.
Tired.
she looks just as genuine and perplexed in each one.
Nothing at all. Not people changing, getting tentacles, gills,
No.
aquatic features of any sort.
No, I, not that I know of. I have heard nothing of the sorts, and I've been through the academy. It's not like I'm privy to every secret material. Are you asking this just because I have gills? You know my
No.
father was a Triton, right?
Well, now I do. No, but you seem the person to ask. It's nothing for your lineage. I promise you. And she'll get up and kind of start walking back over to her things.
Sorry, the chat.
Accidental racism.
Alrighty, well.
Does it
Yeah.
seem out of their bounds to do something like that at all?
I've
Are they
heard nothing of-
capable of doing those things?
I don't know what they're capable of, to be perfectly honest, but they overtook an entire continent. I certainly know their military prowess, and they are highly intelligent. Though, something that heinous, I don't know, none of my commanding officers have ever seemed that morbid. Crude, but not like that.
Rain, I think there is one thing that might come to your mind, so let me just...
Sure.
You might be thinking of it, might not be. Let me just whisper it to you real quick.
I mean,
This
real talk,
player
though,
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Chimera got a vision of a bunch of people with hair on fire. She'd be waking up Anwar a second later, like, what do you know?
You're the arsonist here? What did you do? It's not because of her race, guys. It's because she has ties to the Empire, okay? Just so happens she has gills.
Yeah. I don't know if this would trigger anything or not, but it's up to Rain to decide if that would.
I think that
Yeah, no.
specifically. I don't think that would trigger anything for a specific reason that I'll whisper back to you. But yeah.
Okay.
But are you worried about someone or something? You woke me up in the middle of the night for this. It's certainly important, right?
I thought it was. But now that I think about it, it might not be happening here. It could be somewhere else, but it could be here. All the same, I meddled too much. And now I'm feeling awfully terrible, and I am sorry about
No,
that.
it's all right. I mean, can she insight Chimera of how distraught she might have been
Sure.
on that? Like, is she hiding back how she's feeling? Well,
You guys just do not know each other very well.
Can I say though, like, and this might be just like a tick that I've mentioned like one time before, but she has a tendency to like scratch the inside of her thumb when like just in stressful moments, and she's already scratching away at that.
Okay, so Sydney, I'll let you decide. With an 11, do you think she notices that?
bear in mind she hasn't been with the group as long, but still.
Oh yeah, probably not. But I mean,
Okay.
she's
All right.
she's taken away at that.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess you don't get much from that insight. You're kind of lost right now. It's the middle of the night. You just got woken up. You're a little confused as to why this is happening.
Oh, wait, no, there is something that she can mention. Is it... There was a mention of some children around here disappearing. Is that what you're worried about?
Oh, I kind of am now. But not completely. No, those are different issues.
I see.
This one particularly regarding my daughter, who I believe went to join her father with the Empire. I think.
Where did she go? Maybe could I have met her or your father, her father?
Gangleton? Her father was Gregor Steelmarrow.
Would Rain know at all?
Watching your face like a hawk, man.
Sorry, were you asking me something?
Yeah, would Rain know at all about Chimera's ex-husband?
No.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm sorry. If I knew, I would tell you. Truly.
No, I trust you. I'm sorry. Just, I'll worry about it later. Go back to sleep.
Do you want me to send to your daughter?
I would say yes, because I'm quite desperate to hear from her, but with my current knowledge, she might be mutated into some sort of squid beast. So, it's probably not the best idea.
I think if it would calm your nerves and let you know how she is, I think it's a very good idea. Did Audra know her? Perhaps she would be better at contacting her.
It never even crossed my mind till you just said it, Artem. that Audra totally could do that. I've seen her in the alternate world, so like, I assume that would be enough of a familiarity to contact her here.
Yeah, Rain's not super familiar, but you know.
Well, Rain definitely never would have met her daughter. Would Audra have? I'm sure Audra would have at some point, because I think, wasn't Audra in like the same class as Anwar? Like, weren't you guys around the same age?
I'm the same age as Anwar's sister, which I think is only like a 2-year difference though, or something, right?
Yeah, so you guys might have like seen each other around to some degree, but you probably don't know her well. I don't think we've ever established that. Whereas Anwar was actually good friends with her.
Yeah. What's the rule of sending?
Isn't Keon the same age as Anwar? Wasn't she his class?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he was asking.
It's just you have to be familiar with them.
Yeah, it says with which you are familiar. So
it's possible that that your sister Aura was familiar with her because she was a part of the same class. So,
but
it's possible you've seen her around.
Okay. Did am I misremembering, or did like Chimera show Audra the alternate timeline though? Like, would that qualify?
No, that's no.
Oh, you just told me
there's-
about it. I
I
thought.
told you about it.
Okay,
She
I
has
thought
no
she
way of
saw it
showing
too.
other. She had no
Okay.
other way of showing people that.
But none of
Okay.
us have seen the alternate timeline.
Right.
No.
Sorry. I thought. Okay, I was just brought up to speed. Got it. Okay. Yeah. I guess Anwar would have to be the one then. Are you? Can you do that, or do you have access to that spell yet?
No. Level 2s for him.
Mm.
He's
Well,
not
I
a full
mean,
caster.
But you're familiar enough if you've seen her before, which it seems like you would have at some point, even
Yeah,
if there's
it's
a 2 year
a
difference.
small
Yeah.
enough city. You would have seen her. You'd
I don't know. I would leave that up to you, Richard, because I know, like, technically prior to this, to like the events of this campaign, Anwar and Audra weren't really acquainted. Like, it was like that was like one step removed because she knew Anwar's sister, and so
Okay,
like
then,
it
yeah,
would be
I-
another step removed from that. You know?
I'd say no then.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, something to think about, perhaps. I know my mother probably wants to know that I'm all right. I haven't heard from her in a while.
Stopping you from messaging her.
Honestly, I just been so busy with traveling and keeping us alive. Maybe I will in the morning when I
Think you
can
should.
again.
Bet she'd love to hear from you.
Yes. And I hope you can hear from your daughter soon.
See. Maybe. I crawl back into my bed.
Alrighty,
Right.
does anybody
Goes
else
back to
want
sleep.
to do anything this long rest?
Do I wake up next to the bear? Are we buddies now?
I don't know. Did you go to sleep next to the bear?
No.
Then you do not wake up next to the bear.
All right.
I think if we want to take buddy system, like you and I keeping an eye on the bear,
That
then,
makes
like,
sense
We could
'cause
swap off.
that makes sense. We like did that the whole thing together.
Yeah, throughout the night, the bear pays you no mind.
Cool.
So I guess without incident, you guys will wake up the following morning. And
Long rest.
it'll be up to you guys to decide what do you want to do from here.
Hit die, I'm gonna dodge 6 times, use all my hit die up immediately.
I think Rain would like to send to her mother now that it's a new day. So she's gonna open up the book and write out this in it to her mother. Don't be alarmed, Mother. It's Rain. I can send short messages with this new power. You can respond too. I miss you. Are you all right?
You'll get something to the effect of, Rain, I heard that you had gone missing. I have been worried sick. Please come home as soon as you can.
And she can't respond until tomorrow.
Yeah.
But she smiles a little, just like seeing that something comes through from the other side.
Good.
Is your book once a day, period, or once a day to those contacts?
Once a day to anyone, like anyone at all that I know the name of.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, if somebody writes their name in my book, I can send to them infinitely.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But you only have so many names you can fit.
Yes, I can fit as many as my proficiency bonus. So right now I could have 3 names in the book. I think the only name in the book currently is Anwar and Audra.
Hmm.
But like if we wanted to put somebody like Poe into the book, for instance, that's an infinite sending to Poe.
Yeah.
That would be convenient.
Wasn't he really? He was so confused when we did that. He would.
He was. He really didn't like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if there's like a high value person
Mm.
that we really need to be in contact with at all times, it's basically as good as a sending stone.
Cool.
Ideally, Poe would be our point man.
Yeah.
But I don't know what our status is in the resistance right now.
Yeah. Well, maybe when we meet up with him, if we meet up with him, that might be a thing. If we can get him to trust Rain enough, put his name in the book.
I think when we last checked in and you guys were like, hey, let's meet up in 2 to 3 days, was he saying like, make it 5 or something?
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I need more time than that from where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which makes me wonder, is he not in STEM Garden then?
No, I think he was up north in Berserkshire. And
Yeah,
so
he said he was up with the big guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, he was with what's his name? What's the mammoth?
Mazodon.
Yeah.
Mazodon.
So if we get up there in 3 to 4 days, do some scouting and make sure stuff is locked down, then I think that would be pretty great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're on track so far because it's only this is the start of day 2 for us, and we're already
Mhm.
like we're 2 days away from STEM Garden's walls, so I think we're good.
Yeah, and he was pretty vague about like, I'll meet you somewhere around STEM Garden, but not really clear where.
Right.
Well,
We needed to check in again for like the final spot.
That's right. Well, now that it's a new day, we can. I don't want to keep burning Audra's spell
Yeah.
slots, though.
But speaking of sending, Audra,
Yes.
you are going to get a voice in your head.
Mm-hmm.
That was a neat trick. I was able to reverse engineer it. Meet me at the Valentine house. Don't worry about the guards.
Whose voice is that?
Sorry, it's
Cerebro.
probably Cerebro, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably not the best one. It's been a while since I've done it, but yeah.
For half a second, I thought it was like a Lopaw voice. I was like, all right, if Lopaw's got sending, we're done. Like if he can do magic too.
No, I'll try to give him a little bit more.
Right.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Okay. Okay. So she'll kind of like, I guess we're probably like having breakfast or whatever, and Audra will kind of like perk up, and then like look to everyone else. Our squid colleague just contacted me this time. He says to meet at the Valentine house.
He can do that?
Like that.
He said he reverse engineered it. The idea of reverse engineering spells, I don't like that.
I mean, that's kind of my thing.
Yeah, and
Is
I've done
that-
it. I've done it with plenty of armor and weapons, but with magic, oof.
Is there any way we can reach out to Caleb and make sure he's all right?
I could certainly do that, but
Before
what
that,
do I send
have
back
you
to?
responded?
I haven't.
Oh,
I
sorry.
figured I should let you all know first.
The joke is that he reversed engineered it so good he's been listening to us this entire time.
Suddenly, Audra
That's
is
a
the new
different
Happy
spell.
Dan, and it's we get that PvP fight that Ryan was asking for.
Yeah.
Well, what do I mean, we're going to swing through the mining town on the way back, right? That's still on the agenda, so what do I tell him? We meet in, what, how far are we out, Richard? 2 days, you said?
Say we'll get there in 2 to 3 days.
About 55 miles.
Yeah, you're
Plus
talking
we're going
about.
into town, so.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Tell him 4.
Well, if I tell him 2 or 3 days, that still gives us one more before our deadline with Poe.
No, Poe's 5 days.
Right.
Should
and
we be
today's number
meeting
2.
with-
We talked to him yesterday.
So it's
Should we?
4 more days.
Yeah.
Should we perhaps be meeting with Poe before
Right.
Cerebro?
That's the other concern. All right.
Look,
So I tell Cerebro 4 days or 3 days, and then encourage Poe to get there a little quicker.
well, also I want to be able to mark up the trail, let him know like to be cautious when he comes in, so he doesn't like stumble into us meeting with Cerebro.
Well, we have time to set up the meeting with Poe, thankfully.
Right.
So, all right. I tell Cerebro how many days?
3 then. I mean, we wouldn't have time to unpack and relax much, but
All right.
it is what it is.
3 days, and I'll let Poe know we need to see him in 2.
I mean, if he can't make it there, he can't make it there. He's
Oh,
on
yeah.
foot.
It's true.
Then we should tell him 4, so we have time to scout stuff out.
All right. 4 days it is. I hope he can't, verify that information.
Or track us.
Right. All right, 4 days it is.
Make sure your destination is turned off, Audra, when responding to him.
Wait, airplane mode. Got it. Yeah, okay, so I send back just like pretty like succinctly, just like we can meet at Valentine Farm in 4 days.
So the plan is to try and see Poe first.
Think so?
I believe so. I can
What
contact-
are we hoping to do once we see Poe, and then immediately go work for a mind flayer?
I
We
mean,
can't tell him that we're doing this, like, period.
No, I think we need to communicate with him, because if we
the-
if we touch base with him, see what's going on, and then without telling him start working with this dude, that's going to look shady. We need communication.
and the resistance needs to know that there's going to be a very quick power vacuum opening up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Maybe,
perhaps,
if we're successful.
well, perhaps this is a good thing for the resistance if they knew that we could scout for them to learn what Cerebro knows. I mean, knowledge is power.
I think the issue, though, is that he will probably know that we did.
Yes.
Well, I've
How?
told Cerebro 4 days either way. Now we just need to figure out how to deal with Poe. Did he follow up with anything, Richard, or was that it?
No, that was it. That's all I
Okay.
gave you.
Aha, he only has 1 second level slot.
Third.
I'm sure that's exactly
Oh,
what to
sorry.
infer from that.
Let me have my moment.
I'm gonna just guess there's no way a boss will ever have lower level spell slots than us by the time we get to him, since I'm about to get 4. Just a guess.
Well, if the sendings are taken care of, we're not far from the mining town. Did everyone say what they wanted to get?
The mining town, which I should tell you, you would know its name, is Orflo.
Or Flo. And Audra can just send a Poe on the way. There's no need to sit and wait for her to send it. We can
Yeah.
do it on the way.
Think we have the list.
Is everyone all right with just Rain and I going? At least scoping out the wanted posters and figuring out how high the bounty is for all of us.
Well, that is the safest play.
Do either of you need some money?
I have gold as
well-
well. I could perhaps use some things.
Well, if you want stuff and you want to kick in some money for it, Miss Chimera, I know you've come into a large amount of money, and your armor could probably stand to be a little better.
Chimera, would you like a house in the mining town?
Hence, I forgot to tell you I'm gonna retire here. Bye.
Well, we have 1 diamond that I can use to bring one of you back from the brink. It might be nice to have a second one, in which case I could place one of those restoring spells into my ring. Have one at the ready. But I would need a
Right.
second diamond.
Right now, your ring has a greater restoration in it. If you want to get rid of it, you can. But
Oh,
up to you.
I'm holding on to that until hopefully there's a real use for it, but just for future's sake.
Because I was gonna say that's a 5th level spell.
Right,
Right,
no,
there, if
exactly.
you
I'm
want.
not just like, let me just touch this bear, fix his whiskers. Pff, all right, ring's empty.
Yeah, but the moment that gets used, we can always just revivify right in there.
Right, exactly. And it doesn't hurt to have 2 uses of Revivify anyway, but it'd be nice to have one stored away.
I think I would like flint mail, actually.
Are we divvying up the proceeds from this Empire gear evenly, or would you like me to kick something in for the diamond?
I don't know if we have enough for a diamond as well as other things, so...
Sure. All right, what's our total again? Let me look it up. 460.
Yeah, if we
Assuming
sell all...
we're selling everything. Oh,
yeah,
plus the
I don't see
daggers.
why we would...
What's the value of the daggers, Richard? Because you said you were gonna.
It's hard to tell until you get an appraisal and someone that's willing to buy it.
All right, minimum 460.
Okay.
How
Well,
much do we need?
Audra can kick in a third of the cost of the diamond. She can hand over 100 gold. I've got 119. Don't want to like hand all of it over, but like I'll, a third feels good.
I've got 40 I could throw your way.
I would throw 40.
I think between the 100 and whatever we're selling, I think we ought to be mostly okay. But she'll hand over that 100.
I'm trying
Just
to look.
figuring where we're going, we need every advantage. So if there's something you want, something you need, say it now.
Yep.
I guess I do need a way to cast. I realized I don't have an arcane focus of any kind. I wasn't sure if I could just like carve one out during a long rest or if it has to be something else.
Yeah, I guess you do need an arcane focus for your warlock spells.
I can make you one.
Is that something you can work out with your demon dad?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He probably just works on that one.
Yeah, you
I
better-
call him my Hell Daddy. Thank you.
Hell Daddy.
Hell
Well,
Daddy?
Instead of Hellboy, Hell Dad.
If you're gonna end up going back to the blade anyway, your weapon becomes your focus.
Eventually.
Yeah.
That's a whole upper level from here.
Hunter, what armor do you have?
I have some stunning regular studded leather armor.
You have studded. Okay.
Now, is that regular leather armor that's worn by a stud, or is it
Jeez.
I got you like a chain shirt.
Got 100 gold I can throw in there.
Well, and I was prepared to foot that bill for my armor, for maybe something that could boost him up another AC level.
I think studded is the most you can get right now.
I can also
You can't do a chain shirt for potentially 50 gold for 13 plus dex.
Is that still light armor?
Oh, it's medium. Yeah,
It's
you're right.
medium.
You're right. My bad.
don't forget to technically
go
with my
split that.
channel divinity, I could turn some of our money just into something we want to, just if it makes any difference.
What channel divinity is that?
That's the one I had from my Forge Cleric that I lost when I became War Cleric and then gained back. I think the Becoming gave it back to me or something. So,
You have multiple channel divinities?
Oh,
Got
yeah.
two
Yeah,
per long
two.
or 2 per short rest now.
Yeah, 2.
No, but I mean from like different subclasses?
Yeah, I got I got the Forge one given back to me. So, yes, I do.
Yep, that was a perk guy.
Yeah,
a while
I
back.
technically have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I technically have 6 ways I can use it. Technically.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Well, turn and destroy undead are kind of the same thing, and that's like everybody has that just because it's the default assigned thing. I got the +10 to me or someone else. I've got I can turn money into something if we need to do it, and then there's the alternate rule where I can turn one into a spell slot.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, so if we have the equivalent money, I can just turn literally those coins into the object, but they may be unnecessary if we're just shopping.
Well, let's hope that the person that's doing our negotiating for us is in high favor there. And as Anwar says that, he's going to activate a suit of armor, and he's going to kind of not like fully get down on his knees, but he's going to kind of shift down as his armor begins to transform to someone that is like a foot shorter than him and more stout. And then like a little, like the armor is going to kind of shift and move to form like a new kind of like almost like, what are the things called from Super Smash Bros? The polygons, the porygons.
Oh, the like test dummies that you fight.
Yeah, and then like a layer of illusion is going to go over it. So it's like it forms a rough mold, and then a perfectly realistic illusion goes over it. And Anwar assumes the form of Flash Iron Pan.
Nice.
Oh, motherfucker.
Anwar,
Watch, he's hated there. Everybody hates him there.
Anwar, I'm so glad I know it's you under there, because otherwise I would want to punch you in the face.
Believe me, I want to punch myself in the face right now.
Wait, are we all punching Anwar in the face?
The
That's later
bear
tonight.
might want to turn.
Should I also assume the form of a dwarf or just come invisibly?
I wouldn't mind you there to back me up just in case. But you might, if you can't speak Dwarven, you might want to just either be yourself or turn into someone else.
I have a feeling you'd be in there longer than an hour anyway, Rain.
That's true. All right, well, perhaps just an elf then. Are elves common around these parts?
Star. Using my clan crafter background, do I know if elves and dwarves get along in this setting?
Yeah, you would know that. I think elves overall are less common in this area. There might be tales of long, long ago battles between elves and dwarves, but it's kind of long settled at this point. It's not nearly as big of a deal anymore. There might be little rivalries here and there, but not a big
Then
deal.
I would say go as a nondescript elf.
Absolutely. And so first things first, she is gonna mage armor herself, just because start of the day, why not? And then we're gonna go ahead and use alter self. Oh, so we're both using alter self, right?
Yep.
All right, we have an hour anyway.
Yep.
All right.
So let's
Yep.
go.
She's gonna turn into a nondescript elf. Probably just somebody she saw on her trips and deployments.
On the way, I will send my sending to Poe. Richard, is there like so obviously there's like the Valentine farm outside of Stem Garden. I'm assuming there are other farms, or like is there potentially some sort of like, underpass, outcropping, something that's kind of like, somewhat hidden like that would be a good meeting spot?
So Valentine Farm is where Cerebros has told you to meet.
Yeah. I just mean like something similar to that where we can meet Poe.
Caleb has been taken somewhere. His father's been taken somewhere. So you think that there must be some other farm somewhere that is not so Empire friendly. And if you don't know where it is, maybe Poe does.
Okay.
Hunter might know. I'd allow Hunter to roll to see if he'd know where the one of the backup safe houses is along the farms.
All right. Well, I'll just fill in the blank for the moment then, since I intercept away for the moment, and I'll just send Poe, it's Audra again. Let's meet in 3 days at the Blamp farm. That was only 13 words.
Okay.
Yeah. Or just in case Hunter rolls poorly, then it would just be like, let's meet. Oh, good, you're back. I'm assuming you heard all that, so.
Oh, you mean over at Uncle Owen and Aunt Peru's house?
Oh my god. I'll give you Uncle Owen, but not both.
They farm water over there.
I guess Biggs and Wedge have already been mentioned in the.
That is true.
Oh yeah.
Show, so. But yeah, Uncle Owen's place. You know where that's at. If you want to mention
Are
that.
we really doing Uncle Owen?
if you want to do that, or you could just say that is the code name for some other guy's house who's not actually named Uncle Owen.
I dig it. Yeah,
His real name is, he's an elf named Tashi Power Converter.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen?
Sounds more like a
picture
gnome
of-
name, but yeah.
Have you guys seen the picture that Mark Hamill posted on his Twitter or whatever? Just like he's like holding a power converter at a gas station called Tashi. He's just like, better late than never.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
He just looks so excited. I love that.
I
Man.
did see that apparently there's like a real quick scene of some characters in last week's Boba Fett that are
Yep.
they're from a cut scene
Yeah.
from the original
It's
Star Wars.
It's Luke's friends. I literally just posted.
Yeah, like they're canonized. What's it? 40 years later, 50 years later.
Uh huh.
Like
Insane.
that's kind of funny. Anyway,
It's
okay.
the same actors too.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hi.
Anyway,
So I that is the message I send is, hey Poe, it's Audra again. Let's meet in 3 days at Uncle Owen's farm.
Maybe it's not the same actor.
Oh, and just because I have the extra words, hope you're staying safe.
he says, "On my way. Be very difficult to get there in 4, but I'll try."
Okay. Does he not
Oh,
answer me?
Sorry. You said 3, so he was planning
Yeah,
on
sorry.
4. So, sorry,
Uh-huh.
he meant to say it'll be really hard to get there in 3, but I'll try.
Okay. I thought he was doing like the sarcastic, like, oh, you want me there in 3? Well, it's hard to do it in 4, so good luck.
yeah.
Um,
No. It's basically it's like he might have to take a point of exhaustion if he's gonna get there
Okay.
in 3.
Did he respond to me wishing him safety? Or is he like, help, I'm on fire? I can't get there.
He didn't mention that part, so it seemed like no news is probably good news.
Okay.
Could you imagine a response from Ascending Beam just like, I'm dying?
Hope you're okay. A tree is punching me.
Just talk to it. That's what I do. All right. Well,
That's it.
I relay that to the group. So I suppose if we get to Uncle Owen's farm and Poe is not there, then he was delayed in some way. And if he's not there, then we go ahead with this whole Cerebro thing with the 5 of us. It's a good thing I trust you all.
All right, let's go sell some armor.
Get in, guys. We're going shopping. All right. So you guys get close to Orflow. There's a E in there. There we go. Orflow.
I just realized where you got that name too.
Yeah, it's like pretty straightforward.
yeah.
So you guys get over to. So basically, you see where the river meets the mountain, and for those of you who go in, you see that there is a large metal gate. The river itself is still wide enough for large ships to get through, even to the entrance of this mountain. And as you go in, there's just a massive iron gate that goes down to block any ships from getting in or out, but that it can open at certain times. But then there's kind of a smaller gate area where people can, individually walk through and stuff. But there will be dwarves at the gate who will look through. And so right now we got Flash Iron Pan and a nondescript elf. And this dwarf is going to have like a big, heavy battle axe, like a whole set of armor and everything, helmet, whole 9 yards. Big, thick red beard that's nicely braided and brought down very, very uniform, very nice. And he'll just be looking at you like, all right, who are you? What do you want here?
In Anwar's best Flash Iron Pan, I keep wanting to say Garl Glitter Gold, Flash Iron Pan impression. It's like, yes, my name is Flash Iron Pan, and this is my personal servant, River, and we are here to buy and sell wares, only the best for Flash Iron Pan.
All right, give me a deception. I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Here it goes, guys. It ends right now.
Yeah, it's just like, no, you're not getting
Roll. It becomes an initiative roll.
Rolls a 1. Well,
Can I use guidance with it?
Yep. I thought that was gonna be a 4 and
It's
a
on the
3. Yeah. I was like, ugh.
You all saw that, right?
Yep. So, dirty 20. Very good. It'll be like, alrighty then, well, enjoy your stay, and hope you did a good amount of business.
Indeed. And
And
he'll
he'll just-
sprinkle on a, like, whatever dwarven, like, you know, how it be. All right, cool. Later.
You do all that, and he lets you on in without really any fuss at all. And so when you get inside, you just can see that the river continues to flow into a whole underground. It's just an underground port where you see a number of massive ships are docked at this point, and you see that there's all sorts of aqueducts that seem like they have like channeled all of the water that's been flowing from various parts of the mountains and flowing it all into this harbor where all these ships are staying in. And it looks like, you know, at some point the river would have like narrowed and not been nearly big enough for ships, but clearly they've dug it out and, you know, made this whole area very nice for ships to go into. So yeah, you go in there and you just see all around. There are all sorts of shops and everything. This looks like a major trading hub. You also are hearing all sorts of banging and stuff. If anything, it feels a lot like Smith Row over in just underground. But it feels very much like Smith Row over in STEM Garden. You feel a bit
But
at
also,
home.
like, way bigger, right? Like, this place is huge.
This part of the mountain is not particularly huge. It's probably around the same size as STEM Garden. That's no bigger than that. But still, it's like city size for you guys. It's like a small city.
Looking around, do I see any banners or crests or emblems or anything that I might recognize, or like, you know, I don't know what kind of brands there are in this world, but like something that might be like, oh, those guys are good. They're pretty good.
Go ahead and roll investigation. See what kind of stuff you recognize.
Also, I believe in the Facebook stuff, Andrew mentioned that Hunter would have been able to tell us any marks if we were looking for black market stuff.
Yeah, you have to-
Okay, yeah. So
like,
I'll
the
allow
journey-
you to. I'll allow you to roll investigation for that too when you want to.
I was
with-
thinking
How about-
symbols and then a couple key phrases that one could drop in like conversation.
Rain will roll for the symbols while Anwar's looking for the brands.
Okay. Damn. Okay, yeah. Rain finds some of the symbols. Just looking around and just like those laser sharp, not quite elven eyes, whatever your eyes
Half
are.
elven eyes.
half elven eyes. Yeah, she definitely spots some symbols after looking around for a while. Anwar as well. While you're looking around, you see all sorts of shops that you recognize from STEM Garden. Like a lot of the goods get moved down to STEM Garden. There's a number of places that are like raw materials, and other places are, like actual things that are crafted. And also you see like some elven shops and some Namish shops and some other things from various other areas that have been brought in. So there definitely does seem to be a fair amount of trade, not just of dwarven items, but from all over. I would say the vast majority of people you see here are dwarven and human, but there's definitely a fair amount of gnomes and Goliaths and your occasional Loxodon and like some other. There's definitely some others that have made their home here.
Okay.
But I would say predominantly dwarven.
Okay. I guess, what does the Rains find?
You will see some marks to be like, basically they're exactly like, I'm sure Hunter would have like drawn them out of what they were, and there's definitely like, hey, like this is a symbol for like, talk to this guy if you want some real good stuff, you know?
Okay. Looking around, what's the guard presence like there?
I'd say it's fairly heavy right now. Not like police state or anything, but like, people want to keep their stuff safe.
Are we drawing any kind of unnatural attention or anything coming in there?
No, you guys go in and you seem like you're just one of many people going around doing business. No one's really giving you much attention.
What kind of guards is it?
Some people
Empire?
will look at your nifty arm, your metal arm, that looks like you have right now.
Yeah, that's right. He does have an arm, doesn't he?
He does have a metal
Oh.
arm, so every once in a while somebody might look at it like, oh, that's neat. But besides that, no, you guys are just kind of walking around.
Is it Empire guards?
No, these are dwarven guards.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So how much Empire presence is there in the city?
There would be some, I think, but not very much. You would definitely see some people who are like wearing some of the more traditional Great Old One kind of garb and stuff. You don't see any like cultists, but you definitely see some people like, oh, they've drank the Kool-Aid. So there's a bit of that, but most of the actual like, force presence that there is mostly dwarven. If you see any symbols that you recognize involving the force, it's probably Silverbeard insignias.
Even though we don't see a lot of... do we see any wanted posters?
I need a separate investigation check for that. If you're gonna,
I'll let the master of investigation...
it's not like they have wanted
handle it.
poster. It's not like they have wanted posters everywhere.
That'd be.
You had to say it.
Wayne, you were looking so hard for all of the little things that you
It's
just.
behind her. It's directly
Yeah.
behind her.
She's like, I don't know. There's not a poster in the whole town, and behind her, it's just like a mosaic of everyone's face.
Anwar, if you'd like to look for that, you can go ahead and do that. I would say that there are various places you can go to that would be like your Craigslist or your job board kind of stuff, like any town would have. If you want to go over there,
I think we're just perusing right now, just getting a lay of the land and looking
just-
around.
just perusing. You don't see any of that. You'd have to go looking for it to.
Okay. That's pretty good. Still, I think they think that we blew up Stem Garden, so we probably want to still maintain disguises just in case.
Yes. Let's find a reputable merchant, and then perhaps go to one of the ones Hunter mentioned that we saw for those daggers.
Yes, I agree. Maybe we don't walk right into the black market district the second we get in here.
No. Although, if you wanted to besmirch the reputation of the man that you are.
Oh, River,
anyway.
don't worry. We will. So they walk into a shop, and immediately it's like, what is this shit you're selling here? No, not really. We go into one of the one of the nicer shops. One of the nice Dirk's smithing goods.
Dirk Smithing Goods. They're like, hey, look, it's Dirk's. I know Dirk's. You
Do
go
you think
to
they sell
Dirk's.
daggers? Probably not.
You go into Dirk's Smithing Goods, which is like the most kind of like it's like Pier 1 imports for smithing goods.
Tier
That's
1
nice.
imports.
It's pricey,
pull.
but they sell good quality.
Yeah,
My goodness.
yeah. It's like it's that line between kind of pricey, but also is like still kind of a chain. You've seen the same store over in Stem Garden. You've heard that they've got a number of locations around.
You go in there and you know exactly where everything's going to be.
Yeah,
Because all
exactly.
the locations are standardized. So
It's
you know,
easy
get
shopping.
back.
Every port
Range
town
just-
has the first port, right?
Yeah.
The first
No.
pier.
Rain's just looking at she looks around and is like, oh, these are nice. And looks at the first price like, Flash, we can't afford any of this.
Well, let me work my artificery a little bit. If this place is reputable, can we sell off some of that stuff? The great axes and the shields? Will the scale? Do you think the scale? We don't think the scale mill will cause any alarm, correct?
This is particular scale mail that you've taken off of Imperials.
Yes.
I know in the group we'd mentioned it, but I think we had failed to mention it in the long rest stuff
Uh-huh.
where we would try to alter the scale mail in
Oh,
ways
yeah.
to like remove any markings and make it look
I will
Right.
say one thing that is particular about the scale mail is that there has been something done in the crafting of it that gives it a slightly more bluish reflection and shine to it. So it is a little recognizable.
That being said, the other question we had, which I don't know if it got answered, is it not normal for like scavengers to, grab that stuff and sell it in town just because they know it's quality material?
Yeah, like you still might get an eyebrow raised or a question asked, but it's not like, "Ooh, you're caught, jail." Like it's
Right.
The question is,
we wouldn't want not Garl Glitter Gold, Flash Iron Pan getting his questioned about that
Smirched.
sort of thing.
yeah. So it's really up to you. I would say right now, just because you went to the basic Dirk's smithing goods, right now everything seems pretty legit and above board and pretty standard. If you'd like to go somewhere a little shadier or a little fancier, there's those options too. So what do you want to do?
I'm fine with offloading the regular stuff here. So
Okay.
I'll go up and it's like, you have a scavenger return policy here for acquired armor in the field.
For a second there, you had me concerned at returns. But yeah, we whatever you got, whatever you scavenged, we can, at the very least, we can melt it down. What you got?
Great. And he's gonna reach over into the bag and he's gonna start pulling out like one folded up nicely scale mail, 2, 3.
I gotta get
4.
me one of these bags. How much you want to sell that thing for?
The bag is not for sale. Excuse me. It's a one of a kind collector. Sorry.
Sell it and infuse another bag later.
It takes a craftsman of true genius to make something like this.
Oh well, I guess that's what you are.
I know people that are. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And
Well, it's the same people that made that arm for you, I take it.
yeah, you know.
Full functionality and everything.
Yep, fully functional.
Wow.
It pounds metal like the best of them.
All right then. Well, let's look at everything you got here. I'll give you. I'll give you 230 for all of it.
230? Are you kidding me? That's not worth getting out of bed for.
Well, come on now. I gotta make a profit here, you see.
Tell you what. I own a shop up in the STEM garden. It's a little hot there right now. But
Yeah, things are pretty. Things aren't hot. They're icy cold. There's no business going from here to STEM Garden right now. Everything's locked down.
Look what I'm trying to do here, all right? I'm trying to start things, you know? We got to get
All
people
right.
back at work. People want to stay home because the whole government thing, and now they're just lazy. They're all a bunch of selfish, lazy people that don't want to work. And I'm trying out here being a businessman, you know? She's here. She's not complaining, right? Don't answer that.
I hear you, brother. All sorts of people being too afraid and letting the government tell them what to do.
Tell you what, I'm really strapped for
Sorry,
gold right now.
no, go. Empire. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. If you got a counter offer, let's hear it.
Tell you what, all right. I got a proposal for you. I'm really strapped for gold right now, and you can see how dangerous is it out there. So I need to do everything I can to arm myself as best as possible. And that concludes gold.
You got all sorts of things here. We could craft something for you.
Right, but, need someone to hold that stuff when I'm on the road. Gotta hire
Uh-huh.
people too, so I need gold. But I'll make you a trade. 400 for what's here. And if you or any of your salesmen visit my shop in STEM Garden, you get half off whatever your first order is.
To a limit now. Now, right now, at most, I'm making maybe 60 gold profit off of all of this. So
I'm the biggest, baddest blacksmith in all Stemgarden. We got a lot of stuff up there.
Somewhere Audra just got a little
so,
mad.
so if I make a massive purchase order, you're gonna come through.
It's my word as Flash Iron Pan. I will honor this deal. You can when you find me there, I will remember this. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. I've been thinking about this all week.
Laughing in character. give me a deception check.
Is it with advantage because he's still disguised?
I'm gonna say for this it's just regular, because I think the actor feat or something gives you like advantage on this. So, given how much he's being out of the normal person's character, I'm just gonna say a flat roll. But you can still do guidance.
Can I do advantage because of respect to the stout folk because of my background?
I don't think you're really throwing out any like connections you have. You're just lying to be someone.
All right. I mean, I was figuring this conversation was in 20, or in Dwarven.
Yeah. Well, there's the deception, but then there's the persuasion, which you can have an advantage. But right now, you're like totally.
Seven.
This thing you're saying here is unbelievable. Half off anything? Come on now, there's something to this. I don't believe you. I want something in writing if you're gonna be saying that.
You got some parchment?
I sure do. Because right now, the deal you're handing me, I could make more than this whole deal itself. So I don't understand why you're giving such a good deal for this.
You're right. Listen, it's crazy on those roads. So
right now, I'm not really believing that you're gonna give this good of a deal. So come on, tell it to me straight. Give me a real deal here.
I own a large facility up there. What would you like? I can't give it to you now, obviously. But if you come to Stemgarden, there must be something you're looking for here. Maybe something like one of these. And he's going to touch his robot arm.
You'll give me a robot arm?
Well, we have to go over the specifics of it.
To back him up in this, because Rain has it, she's gonna pull out her calligrapher's supplies and start like making a order sheet receipt for him.
All right. Okay, we're doing real serious business now. So I go to your places, and I have heard of the Iron Pan. So I know that you make stuff. So you're telling me that if I do this deal for you, taking a bit of a hit here, not taking much profit for myself, that you will give me one of your unique arms.
I mean, if you'd rather go to the guy next door and get one of his unique arms, or the guy next to him, but as far as I've seen, there aren't a whole lot of metal arms in this town.
No, not many, no.
And you could be the only one with one.
What things can it do?
So currently Anwar has his alter self active, but this is a metal arm, and he's wearing a metal suit.
Yep, that is true. Underneath that is actual, like, an actual metal suit that is like a metal arm, yep.
He's gonna turn his hand up and cast a minor illusion, and he's gonna make a little hologram minor illusion of this smith vendor with the metal arm.
Holy
He just looks,
moly, look at that!
looks so cool and so happy. He's like flexing and like, making the metal arm move and stuff.
Dang, I nearly would have taken my own arm off just to use it.
Well, hopefully we don't have to do that, but, they do say people would give an arm to have one of these.
Alright, give me a persuasion with advantage.
And I'll throw a guidance on there. Come on. Come on. Ugh. It's only
12.
11.
Oh, 11, because minus
Yeah.
1.
Oh,
Wait, no, that makes it 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, 10. Not a good guidance roll. Not the face.
It sounds amazing, but I'm getting a bad vibe from you, man. There's something not quite right about all this. You gotta give me something up front.
River, the contract.
well, yes. She lays it out on the table, and to sort of like sway him a little bit because she knows Anwar can do magic. She like not so whisperly so the guy hears. You could offer him the firearm as well, as like a little hint.
Tell him the gun. Oh, the firearm. The firearm. I don't know. I don't know if he's
What?
ready for the firearm.
What's the firearm?
I know you don't
No.
have. I know it's a new product, but
They're very dangerous and very cool. I don't know. I can't just go around giving that to anyone. And then Anwar's going to flick his hand around and he's going to cast Produce Flame in his robot arm.
I'm confused. What exactly are you doing now? I thought you were gonna bring out the pistol.
No, he's making fire in his hand.
Oh, so like the
as
hand
if it's
can do
from
it?
the arm, yeah.
Again, that's very cool and everything, but there's something not right. I'm not really trusting you here. You gotta give me collateral till I collect or something. Because right now you're just saying you'll give me some deal later. And it sounds amazing, I'm not gonna lie. But right now, Stemguard is on total lockdown. I don't know if I'll ever get to see it.
I'm gonna play hardball. We're gonna do the negotiator tactic of turning to leave. It's like, I saw Helm's Deep over there. They're deep in Helms. Maybe we could see if they got something. Maybe they're willing to play.
Hey! You don't it. Helm's Deep is a shit show. You don't want to go there. They'll rob you blind is what they'll do.
Well, are you
I'm
gonna...
willing to maybe entertain an idea of 400. They'll never give you a penny over 300.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to sign this contract for one of these arms, 400 gold, or do you want to just not have a metal arm?
I'll allow one more persuasion. Not at advantage, because you guys, I'm really like throwing you a bone here without anything else added.
It'll still be bad, but oh well. It was still
Come
bad.
on.
So that's a 9. Oh gosh. If you can't give me something right now, then I hate to walk away from the deal, but it's gonna be no deal from me. Take that shit over to Helm's Deep.
I don't have a lot of things to give.
Yeah, neither does Rain.
Tell you what, 350, the contract for the metal arm in Stem Garden. Final offer.
All right, give me one more persuasion at advantage, because I want him to say yes, but let's let the dice decide.
They've never steered us wrong.
There it is.
18.
350. You got yourself a deal. I look forward to the arm. Let me shake you with it.
He's gonna grip him with the metal arm so he feels that cold steel.
Alrighty.
Sorry, it might still be a little warm from the fire.
It feels like metal when he's feeling on it. Alrighty then, you got yourselves a deal. Well bargained.
So next time you're in Stem Garden, don't talk to anyone else. Say, I want to talk to Flash Iron Pan. He promised me a metal arm.
You got it.
And here is your receipt. And she puts that on the table.
Thank you very much. All right. So you sold all your stuff and got $350 out of it.
All right. Are we going somewhere else to buy the armor that we need?
And now that we're here, let's haggle with you for armor price.
No, let's not do that.
If you just want to buy armor for its standard price, you can do that here.
Yeah, can we... How much is it for what Chimera needs?
What does
Or
Chimera
is
need?
that the splint mail?
Splint is 200.
Oh, that's not that bad.
So we'll take out 200 and spend it on that. I assume tall lady, large.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have
Oh,
this in
yeah.
half orc?
This a gift or something? You needed one in this size.
I have a lady friend back home that fancies it, so it's a little something special for her once I get back.
Oh, lucky dog, you. It's nice having a good lady to buy gifts for and such, ain't it?
Especially a tall one.
I do like the tall ladies myself. Well, of course, for me, 5'8's pretty tall, but
Right.
yeah.
Most ladies are tall for us.
Yep. Well, I like me tall ladies either way. Alrighty then, we'll have a good one.
So we got
Alright.
that.
So you got a total of 150 and some split mail.
So we have to,
Offload the daggers.
as we leave the shop, it's like, I thought that went pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it was a little touch and go there.
But the real winner of this is that he's going to be really mad when he goes to talk to Flash Iron Man.
Yes, I imagine he will be.
All right. Well, anywho, you said you found some shadier dealers?
Yes, well, at least the signs on the edge of the buildings. Do we try and sell those daggers?
I don't see why not.
Then we're gonna go to the shady place.
Okay. You go up and you see, let's say, let me roll real quick to see. Oh, I don't have any dice out right now. I need to.
Get with it.
My bad. Okay. All right. You go and you see an elf who is running this particular shop, and got basically it's a smaller kind of stall area with all sorts of nice elven things, including elven blades and elven like plates and cups and all sorts of elven things with very nice elven engraving on it. It's very engraving, not engraving on it. Looking very flowing and pretty.
Real
And
question is,
I would say that
does this elf have a flat butt? Is my real question.
the elf does have a flat butt. As we established in headcanon earlier, dwarves that got nice thick butts, and elves have.
When did this happen?
I think it was a side group chat thing.
Okay.
It is, in fact, in my new headcanon that elves ain't got no ass.
Yep, elves have flat
Period.
butts. It's well established
Very
in
pretty,
headcanon
very
now.
pretty.
Yeah,
It's like
completely
the
missed that
opposite of a-
one.
It's like an opposite of a butterface. It's
But
like
not-
butter body.
Yeah,
Just not
elves have
thick
the
enough.
very elegant body but no butt. Forget how that came up. Sydney had
At
a
least we
chart or
know
something
tieflings
for a
have tails
meme.
for days.
I think it was a meme one of us posted. Either way,
Yeah.
they ain't got no booty.
So, yeah, this elf man with long blonde hair, perfectly clean shaven, looks like he's never grown a hair on his chin in his whole life, and as he turns around to get something, it's a very flat butt. He turns around to you all and says, "Oh, hello there. Is there something I can help you with? Got plenty of elven things here for display. Anything catch your eye?
Oh, she's bleh, why can't I talk? Rain is gonna start speaking in Elvish to him.
Okay.
Yes, we were perhaps interested in offloading something a bit unique. And she's going to say the name of the person that would have been like indicated by the marking that she saw. Is perhaps bleh around?
Oh, well, he's been a bit busy of sorts. But I suppose I could tell you where he's meeting for lunch. If you'd like, I could write it down for you. And he's going to write down a little name, a little description of where to find him, kind of scroll up a piece of parchment, give it over to you. I'm sure if you go there, I'm sure you'd be able to catch him for lunch.
Thank you very much. Is there anything I should say to him to say you sent us?
I've inscribed my signature on there. If you hand that over, I believe you've said enough already. Just please do not comment on his side. That's all. He's a little shy about it.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, I guess, once they leave the shop, then she's gonna just look at Anwar and be like, all right. Well, have you ever done a deal like this? Because I haven't.
A black market? No, I generally try and stay above the law with these things, but we see how that far has gotten me.
I mean, I've certainly inspected black markets before, and but never.
Anything we should know going into this?
They're all shady, as far as I know. I've never tried to purchase anything. Of course, we just confiscated items.
I mean, everything's shady here. We're underground.
What? Let's just go.
Traveling along, following the description. Eventually, yes, you will find a person who appears very much to look like a halfling, even has like the whole bare feet that are super hairy and big and everything. But he is like the size of a taller dwarf. Like, he is a tall halfling. He's like a 4.5 foot tall halfling. And he'll kind of look over, kind of scratching a very unkempt beard. And let's say you guys will go over to a spot. It'll be kind of like an address written down was like 34th and a half Avenue kind of thing. So like you kind of make your way through and look at there's kind of like an alleyway between two different buildings, and you see him kind of doing like the card game, like, all right, guess the card, which one's it gonna be? And someone like guesses the card, like, oh no, I'm sorry, and the guy's like, damn it. And
imagine when Anwar reads 34th and a half Street, it's like, oh, it's an illusionary wall. So he starts like patting the brick walls, like looking for it. It's like, I think it's just this alley here.
It's the alley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
As you guys start to approach, somebody just looks over, is going to roll an insight check on you real quick. Should pull out an actual D20.
Well, we're here to do business, so.
Looks over at you, gets a sense. You don't seem like cops or anything, so. Okay, all right. I should also say there's a number of crates and other things around. And in fact, there is where he's doing these card games is on top of a crate as well.
3-card Monty.
3-card Monty? Yeah. Thank you. So anyways, yeah, they kind of look over and they're like, oh, okay, it's more people who maybe someone else wants in. All right. Hey there! Good to see a couple of new people here. You want to pick a card? You want to see if you can win some money?
Well, we're always looking to see if we can win some money.
All right, you want to play? Sit down.
Sure. I'll sit down.
There's like a kind of a mini barrel that's just kind of laid on its side that you can just sit on.
Yeah.
All right, how much you want to wager? Starting with 10 gold.
10 gold. What are they playing? Like, are they playing cards? Are they...
They're yeah, it's the 3-card Monty. You're trying to find the red card. Find the red card. Which one?
So, I think it's gonna, like, go in on Anwar's or Flash Ironpant's face, and it's gonna go through the illusion, and then it's gonna show Anwar with his helmet on, like, scanning everything and looking where the card's going and everything. There's like, all right, 10 gold, sounds good, and he's gonna try and track where that red card goes with his armor.
Alrighty then. Let's get as he starts to go for it. Let's get a perception check. You may do so with advantage because of your helmet ability and with guidance if you like.
Rain's not gonna play, but can I roll for her anyway, just to see if she?
Yep.
I had no idea.
15, not good.
Rain, you are so sure of what it is. You are so sure. But when Anwar, when you make your guess, he flips it over. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like you don't win this time. Hand it over. 10 gold. Thank you very much. You're welcome to play again if you like, unless there's something else I can do for you.
We are perhaps interested in other business, and she's gonna like step in. She's like, "Don't play again. Don't play." She puts the note down.
Oh, hey guys, listen. I'll catch up with you later, okay? Game's over for now. I gotta go on lunch. And so the other guys are gonna clear out, and it's gonna kind of wait and see until no one else is really looking or paying attention. Alrighty then, you're looking to do some business. What can I help you with?
We have some very unique items carried by a very hollowed few that, let's just say they're no longer needing them and might like new owners. And Anwar's going to pull out one of the said daggers.
You pull it out. He immediately recognizes it. Oh, I don't think I want to know where you got that. This is a respectable establishment here. I don't think that we're needing any of those. Thank you very much. Don't need to fuck with those people. They mess with your brain.
Oh, right. Your establishment that's in between two buildings.
This is just where I like to hang out and eat lunch.
Would Rain, being part of acquisitions, know of any reward to turn in things to the Empire?
Yeah, I'd say she would. Yeah.
So she just leans in a little bit. No, but you might be able to get into their good graces if you were to, say, run into someone from acquisitions.
Like Empire acquisitions?
They would give quite a hefty reward if you were to turn in those.
Listen, I'll do business with you, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna only do the up and up here. Like, if I take this, just so you know, I will be selling it back to them, because I don't want any of this trouble. I'll take a reward. But there's a good chance that they're gonna boop my mind, and it's gonna come right back to you.
We
that's
both
all
look
right.
at each other. We'll take the hit.
You wanna risk it, because if you do, I'm not gonna turn down money.
It's a risk we're willing to take.
Just make sure you don't use my name.
Well, don't tell me your name then.
All right, I won't tell it, but you better not repeat it in case one of us accidentally says my name.
Yeah, stop saying that. You're being weird right now.
Flash, you're being so strange.
Don't say that.
Stop saying his name. I don't want to know anymore.
Oh, it's okay. He doesn't know your last name.
Got a really unique feature about you. Are you trying to get yourselves killed? If I'm ever interrogated about anything, if they ever catch me with stuff that I'm not supposed to have, you're in danger now.
Oh, no. We'll be fine.
You're very confident.
not afraid of the Empire.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage between the two of you.
Should I try it? Because I don't have a -1.
Please do. Please do.
You want to give me guidance?
Yeah, get some guidance.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
Oh!
For the hell of it.
So, Nat 20 is like, especially after hearing you say that he could turn it into the Empire and get a reward, and it's not going to come back on him if he can play the good guy. He's like, alrighty then, you got yourself a deal. How many are you trying to get rid of?
How many do we have? I don't even know.
We have 5.
My God.
Yeah, that's exactly what he says. My God. 5. Because of the risk.
So fucked.
Because of the risk, I give you 100 each.
I want to insight him. Do we think we can get more off these?
Go ahead and roll insight.
Would Rain know how much the reward would be? Should I roll a history for that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rain knows that the reward would probably be about 150 each. So they're pretty valuable, but they're not going to pay full price. They'd probably pay like half price to get them back or whatever. She would also know that they would totally probe the shit out of whoever gave them to her.
Yeah.
Insight, you have a feeling like he might be able to go up a little bit. And you can already see he's kind of darting through his mind like, okay, do I turn them in or do I try to sell them to someone who might pay more? I'm going to hedge my bets. I'll figure it out later kind of thing. Like, he's definitely racing through his mind thinking about different options. So he's figuring he could turn a pretty nice profit if he played his cards right with just 100. So he might be willing to go up a bit more.
She is going to whisper to Anwar that if he does give them to the Empire, he's getting about 150 each. I wouldn't push for too much more.
Tell you what. If you are going to the Empire with this, not saying that you are, but maybe you're thinking about it. What if I were to sweeten, since they will likely be going to town on your brain? How about I sprinkle in a little tip for you? Some information on the Resistance.
Alrighty. What you got?
Well, do you know about...
I'm not sure if I want to know how you know. Listen, you're coming at me with a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of hoping I don't remember too much. But sure, in case things get really bad, why don't you give me something I can use to get out of a situation?
Tell you what. For each dagger, plus a little tip, let's say 125 per dagger.
I feel like I can't really make a decision until you tell me what it is. But if it's good, I'll do it.
I'll tell you where the Resistance is going. The one that's held up in Waterwheel right now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we want to know about that. There's quite an ordeal.
I imagine the Empire would be very interested. And who knows that?
Yeah, this is all getting a bit hot for me. Give me a persuasion. You can go ahead and do so with advantage to see if he's gonna accept this.
Oh.
Rain, you've got much better success so far. You got a nat 20 last time.
Well.
It was rolling over a 20.
Yep.
I know.
10 plus, what's your...
It's just a flat.
Yeah, but you have guidance, I think.
Oh.
It doesn't like you.
You know what?
It really doesn't.
You know what? I honestly, I don't want to know anymore. You're giving me too much here. The less I know, the better. Just leave it at 100 each and move on.
All right. So now, when the Empire probes your mind, and we were here going to tell you where the next members of the Resistance were going to go, you're going to say, no, I didn't want to know, and I didn't want to tell it to our Empire. I wanted them to try and find them on their own. So that's fine. We can go ahead and do with that. That's
Give me
that's what you want to
intimidating.
do.
I gotta say, give me an intimidation check.
Still have a -1 on that.
Still
Oh my
negative
god.
1.
Why are we the ones here?
Yeah, you have none of the face people. Were the
That's not terrible.
13.
13.
None of the intimidators.
120, and that's it.
120 per
For
dagger.
5, that's a total of 600 total. Not copper more.
I think this is a good deal. Like, Anwar's going to look to, like, he'll produce the 5 daggers.
All right, he'll produce 60 platinum for you.
Wow. Okay.
The one in charge, a water wheel right now. He's looking to head south. He's trying to start the war effort down there now. Looks like that's where all they're going. So, whatever town's down there, I don't see on the larger map, but
Okay, yeah,
I'll say that that's their next target.
Okay. Yeah, if I go over to the other one, I believe it's called Fork Ridge.
That's come up a couple times. That town.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be in that town right about now.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be near you right now. I don't know why you know this information, Mr. Flash, but I don't want to know you anymore. It has been good doing business with you, sir. In case there's anything you want to buy from me, let's have a good day.
You don't happen to have any diamonds, do you?
No, but you can get those around.
All right.
Sure, there's nothing I can interest you in.
What do you have?
You know, I've got a couple nice things here and there. Some things that are. I got this. Every once in a while, I got some things that come in that were made with a bit of magic. Not very proper.
Any adamantine objects?
Funny you should ask. And he's going to go over to a crate, kind of put it down, get out a crate underneath it, open it up. From there, there's a case, opens up the case, and like put in like really nice velvet is a battle axe. Just like he just kind of carries it up. And the metal on this battle axe just like looks like basically it's kind of like Valyrian steel, just like really nice, very well engraved steel. It says, "This is made of adamantine. You'll never find something better to chop with."
Did I do
This
a
one's
smithing
belonged.
check?
This one's. Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right, you were going to tell me. That's that fine.
Oh, he's just gonna be talking about how it once belonged to a clan master who was killed and then raided, but like he was buried. I guess they were not raided, but he was like killed at some point, and then he was buried with his like long family heirloom that had been in his family for generations, and he had no heir, so he was buried with it, and then eventually someone dug it up and robbed the tomb, and now they have it. And so it's like, yeah, this is a good get. I would love to get it off my hands.
I imagine so. It's pretty large to carry around.
Yeah.
What are you looking for it?
Well, you know, a good old battle axe generally only cost about 10 gold, but adamantine, that's a 500 premium right there.
$500.
Yeah, if you just want to give me, you know, 50 of that. 50 of that platinum back. Just call it a day.
Does Anwar think that he could reforge this into a ring or helmet or a
Yeah,
sword
it's
or
double.
anything
It's
like that?
double-sided, and it looks like there is like just enough metal. You could kind of like envision it over a head, being like, yeah, I could take the two pieces, kind of put them over here, mold it to kind of thin it out a bit more, and put it over. It's like just the right amount of metal that would be perfect for a helmet.
I mean, in the meantime, Cammy can probably wreck shop with an adamantine axe.
You can roll a whatever roll would fit best for an artificer, to see if you have any idea what properties it could do as a weapon.
I'll do an Arcana. Or are you pretty
Technically
good at-
not. It's not magic. Adamantine.
Then I can do a
is-
blacksmithing roll. I
Yep.
have expertise in that.
Yep. Go ahead.
Plenty.
20. Even when you roll a 9, that's still a 20. Nice. Yeah, you would have a feeling that adamantine is not only is it good for like infusing magic with, like the Summer Prince was telling you, but also it is really freaking hard. So if you hit any object with this or construct, it's an auto crit
It's an auto crit.
on any object. Yep.
Got it.
Not people, but any like inanimate object. It's an auto crit.
So it's like a siege weapon almost.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
So if we get a hold of this, we could forge it and to make a whispering to like this could be what we need to turn the tide.
500 is very steep, though.
Yeah, Chimera sold her house for 700, I think.
I could tinker so good. I mean, if this is the difference between us living and dying at one of those mind flayer fights, I feel like it could be worth it.
Well, what's it gonna be? We don't got all day, We're right here in the middle of a frickin' alley. Also, it's almost break time, and I would like to switch over to the next thing soon.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Tell you what. You run a pretty. He said, "Don't mention his size."
Yeah.
Yeah, I say we do it 500 gold.
Alrighty then, you got ourselves a deal. Hand back 50 of that platinum.
Give it back.
Alrighty. You end up through this whole exchange with 10 platinum, no daggers, and a adamantine battle axe.
Certainly not bad. Do we go get a diamond real quick and then head out of the town?
Yeah, I say you guys can just get a diamond. That's pretty easy. That's just
Yeah, I would
three-
say if
300
we can get
gold.
those other things on the list too, but like the most, or is dragon oil something we can pick up too?
Yeah, you guys can get dragon oil here too. Yep.
Then I can do the books on that later, but
Okay.
those are the big things we wanted to get.
Alrighty then. So I will say it's right at 9 o'clock. Let's do a bathroom break, and then we will start up everything after the what do you call it?
Travel?
Ore. The ore flow town. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Break screen coming up. BRB.
Woo! All right. Sorry that took a little while for you guys who were not in the city.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, you're so lucky you don't have a bat in the cave, man. Oh man,
Anything in
that.
there?
glorious.
Anything?
I know you're not supposed to do this, but I regularly just pluck out my nose hairs because I find them annoying.
Around the edge.
You're like, because you can do that, but like you're not supposed to pluck because everyone's like, don't do
Fucks
that.
with your mucus membranes.
Yeah, that's what people say, but like I don't know. I've been like habitually doing it forever.
Yeah. Well,
I have a
Alright.
grooming kit that has like a specific scissor thing for it.
See, and I have one of those, but I'm always just like, this one's too long, like all the time. Anyways, we're back in talking about nose hairs. What's up, everybody?
Alrighty,
next
back
year
in.
Thursday,
So,
nose hair
we
clearing.
have done all of that stuff.
Do you want to, Ryan? You want to just give a real quick rundown of everything that we have now
Sure.
purchased?
Yeah,
so it's all-
just so everyone's clear, we were able to buy the diamond and the splint armor for Chimera with the gold that we got from there. So we had, let's see, we had 250 gold left over, so I took 50 of it from yours, Audra, to spend and you got that 300 GP diamond.
Okay.
And then, so you got 50 gold back.
Okay.
Chimera gets her gold back. And then we got the splint armor. We got the adamantine battle axe, which is a pretty good get.
Mhm.
Some gold left over, the diamond, and then a bunch of other random bullshit. So I listed it there. I got us a
Cool.
10-foot ladder. I got us a signal whistle. I got oil.
Splint armor's
dragon oil.
for Chimera, right? Now your
Yep.
AC's up.
Yep.
Dope.
I get all of my gold back?
Yep.
Fuck yeah!
Hey guys, no
Yeah.
joke. Guess how much gold I currently have?
2.
Well, I had 19
420?
and I just got 50 back. I got 69 gold.
nice.
Anyways. Well, thanks for doing all the shopping, y'all. 2 revivifies, I'm
And-
sure, will come in handy.
And Rain, you got 2
2 healing
so
potions.
That was your,
Yep.
that was your 100 gold there.
Yep.
So I'm
Alrighty.
taking the caltrips and ball bearings. That's a good call.
So, after all this, where do you want to go next?
Home,
I
catch
had
a
like
nap.
I had like just maybe a quick thing while they were
Mhm.
in there.
Okay.
And the 3 of us were just kind of like chilling and whatever in the woods, whatever we're doing. So we're just sitting there, and Audra's like, "Hey, come here. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
It's been a while since, or at least since you talked to me about looking into that, other world that you can see. How are things over there? How is my sister? How am I? I don't remember what my status was before."
Things are awful. As far as you go, I don't think you ever left the forge. You didn't have any need to. Your sister's alive.
Okay.
And they are at the temple when I last checked on them.
Which temple? Our temple in STEM Garden?
No, the forge.
Oh, the Soul Forge.
Yeah, that one.
Well, I hope they know, how dangerous that stuff is.
Oh, they found out.
Oh,
They are both particularly ill. But they're alive. So it's better than how some of it's been turning out.
yeah. Hey, I told you this once before, but now that we're on our way back home and I take care of this thalamus thing, once that's checked off my list, I told you I was whatever you need to help find your daughter and, your family again. I'll do that because of what you all did to help me.
Are you okay? To be grim and blunt, I'm not completely sure if that's going to be an option that we're going to have as far as that goes. But
My
we'll see.
thing or your thing?
Mine.
Oh. Why not?
So I can go to that timeline, and I believe the Summer Prince, he mentioned one prominent timeline, and then there was two, which is the one I've been meddling in more so than I should. The Keon there can do the same.
So she's visited you?
No. She is visiting a Keon. I don't know if it's here or somewhere else, but she's mutated into something with tentacles, and again, to be a bit of a cynic about it, I'm not sure if she's going to be my Keon anymore.
Well, whatever it is we find at the end of your quest, I told you I would help you find it. So, that part hasn't changed. And I certainly hope what we find there is better than that. From one cynic to another.
Not sure if I'm going to want to find it, but I'm sure we will.
I'm here
Either way.
That's it. Oh, you're muted, Ryan.
Can we say as that conversation is wrapping, from over the hill come Flash Iron Pan, negotiator extraordinaire,
And a random elf.
and a random elf.
No ass.
Did you alter? Did you alter self before you left us?
Yeah, I'd
Probably
say we do
not. But we would have
Outs-
probably wanted to keep as much time, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I figured whatever the safe distance is where we're not spotted.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh
Between
shit! Here
hills and
comes
whatnot.
that dickhead Iron Pan. Y'all want to give him a wedgie? Let's give him a wedgie.
Hold on. That might.
Yeah, hold on and yank up.
No, I think those might be our friends.
Iron Pan is not my friend. All right, you distract him. I'm a wedgie him real good.
So,
Hide behind a tree.
so how did shopping go?
You might as well call me Santa Claus, because I got gifts for everybody.
Who is Santa
Wedgie!
Claus?
Ah!
I side glance at Rain, and I'm just like, was he practicing that line on your way over?
A little bit, yes.
What domain is Santa Claus in
knew
in
it.
this world, Richard?
Hold on, there's got to be a.
Way of the open hand monk.
The Santa domain?
I'll figure that out later. We're running a little
Alright.
short on time, so let's get moving.
I got it. Someone made a DMG Warlock Santa Claus.
So what's next for people?
Gotta head north.
Yeah, we're on the road to Stem Garden, right?
Yep.
Do you guys want to go along the river and the main roads, or do you want to go through the woods? What do you want to do?
I think we should just do a straight shot to it, because that way, if we do it, we could basically camp
would
at the
get-
edge of the woods.
I was
and
gonna say that would get you further into where the closer to kind of the farmland area where Uncle Owens is.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. Let's just straight shot there, you know?
We'll say that Uncle Owen is like right over here.
Yeah. So I don't know like what the temperature is, but I know like honestly, Audra's just like maybe it's ignorant. I don't know, but she's expecting this to just be like a smooth, done deal, easy negotiation. We're good to go. You know. She keeps her word. She expects Cerebro to keep his, but so a straight line's fine by her.
Alrighty. So we'll say 30 miles through the forest. Sorry, just let me see.
That's you.
Are you okay?
Get well soon.
Let's call it like it's gonna take you about 2 days to get through the forest, and then like another half day to get to where you're going. Well, we'll call it 2.5 days.
Okay. And we're meeting. So we'll get there like the day before we're supposed to meet Poe, if he makes it.
Yep. So do we want to fast forward? Because, yeah, I'm not going to have you really roleplay through anything that you've already traversed through before.
Let's do all of Ryan's one-on-one battles.
I was going to say, is there any RP you'd like to do, even just TLDR about along the way? What are you guys doing for 2 days?
I do
fairly leisurely travel without much in the way disturbing you guys.
I know I had mentioned it, and Tony had mentioned he could make me an arcane focus. I think going back and forth, like over the campfire, about that would be helpful.
Yeah. What do you want?
I mean, just a badass wand, I guess, or an orb. I could work with like a cool orb.
I mean, like, you know, as far as like smelting or I had the same thought, Ryan. Ponder the orb. I mean, like, I can make it like, so like what she's made like holy symbols that are like, you know, almost like metallic keychain kind of deals that like hang off the sword of her, or the hilt of her sword. So like if you want some sort of representative symbol like that you can like clutch, she can like do something like that for you if you want.
That would be tight, because I mean, like, fourth wall, like, or meta stuff, like, obviously my sword is going to become my arcane focus, so
Right.
this is like a temporary thing to hold me over.
Yeah.
So I don't want to burn a whole lot of resources on it.
I mean, I can literally just turn like a piece of copper into something for you.
Tight. Yeah, it can be
So like whatever symbol you want, I can just make you like a copper version of that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess it'll be just like a double door creaking open with flame coming out of it.
All right.
And he's gonna strap that kind of to his hand, like
Cool.
to his glove.
I'm gonna use a silver piece and a copper piece kind of together then, just so you get like the copper can be the flames, whatever. But yeah, over one night at the fire, she'll spend the hour like, you know, doing her like thing and making that for you.
Hey, big spender.
I now have a lovely arrangement of 6 copper, 6 silver, 69 gold, which just looks real cool on a piece of paper. I'm gonna be like in communication with the Becoming along most of the way, and just since I like to kind of like give her a reason for any new spell she's preparing, Aura of Vitality is super dope, level 3 spell, and just I think she's just trying to like, because she's always thinking of more ways to use the Becoming's power, and so she just wants to just have some sort of like almost like just create a zone where she knows that she'll be able to keep everybody always healed without like having to worry about individual magics. And so like she gets this idea of like having like some sort of like healing field or like aura of vitality around her to keep everybody going.
While traveling, and I guess at night when they're kind of camping and settled down, like Anwar is really adamant about preparing himself for him and Chimera leading the front lines. So he's going to be getting training. He's going to be asking Audra and Chimera and kind of do like a defense workshop with them, trying to defend Hunter while they both just basically kick the shit out of him. Maybe Rain's throwing ice in the back or something. But
I feel like Rain might fuck with him and try and upcast the sleep spell on him one time because it would just go right through his armor.
like, good luck getting through this arm.
I didn't realize sleep could upcast. That like increase the HP whatever.
Yeah, increases the by 2d8 for each level.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
I still don't know if it'll do enough, but yeah.
He's got a lot of HP, but like if you get him at the right time, it'll work.
78, it's possible. I don't know if it would do it, but it's possible.
After a couple hits.
I won't say which spell, but Anwar is currently working on a spell utilizing the light projector nodes. Similar to his alter self, he's working on a defensive spell that will help him frontline and tank while in his guardian mode, which will be revealed at a later date.
Yeah,
I know what it is. But yeah.
Oh, and if we're I'm sorry. You go.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say to add that like if we're previewing level up stuff, then Audra is also very much like letting the party know like I'm trying to figure out a way to like make sure if someone she's seen Chimera like go down and then get right back up, and like trying to like find a way to help like to maybe have someone else do that, like if she could protect someone else in that way, you know.
Anything else that people have for their journey over? Otherwise, we'll cut to when you guys get to Uncle Owen's.
I think Rain would the next day send again to her mother, just because she didn't get a chance to, and just tell she would say, "I can't come back home yet, Mother. I have something important to do. I hope you are safe and well. I love you."
She will probably respond something with, "Well, at least report back to the Empire somewhere. Let them know you're safe. Please, get back in touch with them."
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna have to think about how to respond to that one for a little while.
That's when you send K.
Red.
Thumbs up emoji.
Or scene, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So eventually, after 2.5 days, it was already so in the day. So we'll say it's getting about dinner time. At this point, it's far enough into fall. It's at that point we're at like November 3rd-ish now, I think. 3rd or 4th. So we it'll definitely be like sunset by this point. Reaching over to a farmhouse where outside. I don't have the picture up right now, unfortunately, so just the other mind. For anybody who remembers Tucker, the kid with like kind of the vest and the big scythe or whatever, long brown hair, Tucker just looks out. Hunter, is that you?
Yeah.
Heck, man, it's finally come back. Shit, man, I thought you were dead.
Hell, Tucker, I was. I'm better now. Man, been a while. Things been crazy.
Yeah?
How are things around here? Everyone safe?
Everyone's safe except for maybe your pa.
Where's Pa?
Pa is currently sanding the floor. He is out of things to do, man. He is just looking for anything.
All right, but he's safe and alive.
He's safe and alive, but he is angry, like for no reason.
You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Oh, man, good to know. All right.
Please, for the love of God, get him out of here and get him something to do.
That was your job, bud.
I was ran out of things where he fixed the fence, he did this, he did that. Fixed up dang near everything in the house. At this point, it's just like, oh, the floor isn't flat enough, and he's just sanding the floor now.
You know, I usually just slip some extra melatonin into his noontime coffee.
Listen, we don't got any melons to give him, okay? So...
Dang, you need to talk to the herbal lady. She'll help you out.
All right, well, now you tell me. All you told me before is to keep him busy, and I did that.
And you did it well. Good job, Tucker. Any word from Poe?
No.
All right.
No, we've not heard from Poe quite a while.
How's everything in the city?
Always
We're
on
up to
lockdown
the-
out there. You know, we're just kind of laying low here. Not much for us to do. We have, we did get somebody who escaped from the city, and that came over to us. We gave them some food, and they went on their way.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm gonna put my boots down. Get my feet on some grass and stretch out a bit.
All right, well, y'all, welcome to stay out here, whatever. But I reckon you either go into the barn or go into the house. I don't think you should be staying out here for too long.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's get cozy. I'll rush on in.
All righty then. So you guys go on inside. There are a few other farmers there, including Paw. Caleb is just down, sand in the floor. He looks up. Hunter! Oh, you're finally here. Thank God. He kind of stands up, and of course, like, for those who haven't seen him in a while, he's like a big, hulking old man, quite tall, bald, big, jacked farmer. Has he met Rain?
No.
No, I don't think he has.
Listen.
So yeah, he'll just be like, well, howdy there, everyone. Sorry, hold on. Can somebody talk real quick?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. My headphones were, I accidentally turned them down. Well, thank guys, you guys are back. I'm just about out of things to do here.
That's the rumor. Looks like we got here just in time. I'm glad to see you in one piece.
Yeah, please, for the love of God, move me all over to some other safe house so I can find some more stuff to do.
Well, its floor looks about done for its second coat, huh? Second run through.
Yeah, I suppose at this point, it's sanded so well, I suppose they could stain it.
You could.
But they got no stain, so
Yeah.
not like I can go into the city and get some.
Right. We could see how we do in there.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. They got them big construct things and all sorts of priests and all sorts of other stuff. Ain't nobody getting in and out of there.
All right. Well, I guess we do have something to do. We got to prep for some meetings. We got Poe coming up here in a couple days, and then we've also got a new contact saying he's heading up to the farm. A questionable contact.
They already done took over our farm. I don't know if you heard about that.
I hadn't heard the details.
Yeah, Tucker tried to take a look over there. Yeah, no, they got the whole place surrounded.
Who's
I think-
they?
Empire there. I think the jig is up. I think they know who we are. I think they know what our allegiances are.
Well, that's cool. Because that's where we're supposed to meet the dude.
Well, you'd best be safe then, I guess.
Safe is a relative term.
Hopefully you can find some other place to meet then.
That would be convenient.
Yeah.
Not here. You think Poe would be heading here, or is that like a... We'll find out.
Yeah, I think people here are like less resistant, connected, but if Poe's looking to meet up with y'all and he's looking for someplace near the city, this would probably be one of the places to go to.
Wait, hold up a minute. He's gonna go like poke under his ribs a little bit. Like, Poe, is that you? Is that you, Poe? Come on.
Oh, God dang it, Hunter! I told you I don't want to be touched there.
I know it wasn't Poe. Poe stinks. You don't smell like Poe.
God dang it, don't smell like no bird person.
I missed you, Paul. All right, well, hell.
But come on over. We got somebody, Bessie here. We'll fix you something up. Bessie's just over, like, making some tea. I was making tea anyway.
That'd be great. Y'all should meet Rain. Special acquisition. Rain, why don't you introduce yourself?
So, Rain, you're still in kind of the orangish dress, not in any kind of formal attire. Do you still have the formal attire, just not on you? They're not
I
wearing
think
it?
she does in her bag. I don't think
Okay.
we ever got rid of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, howdy there, Rain. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm pleased to meet your acquaintance.
Pleased to meet you as well. You got quite a interesting look there. You a water folk kind of person?
Oh, yes. My father was a Triton. My mother is an elf.
Triton, nice. I've heard of them. Never met one before. Seem like nice folk from all the stories I hear.
Well, yes. Everything I've heard about my father, I'm quite proud of him.
Oh, you never met him?
Well, I suppose I did when I was very young, but too young to remember him.
I'm sorry about that. Well, you're all welcome here. Happy to foster some more.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
Sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to interrupt real quick. You mentioned constructs. They're there.
Oh, heck yeah, there's 2 of them out front. Is what Tucker was saying. Tucker's like, yeah, I saw 2 of them out there, plus like a whole bunch of guards and stuff. Yeah, they were looking all around. They had like this yellow tape put up, or like this yellow rope. There's like this yellow hempen rope.
Did you happen to any idea how many there were of these constructs?
Well, it's been, gosh, at least since weeks since I've been over there, but there was a whole bunch.
And no one's been in or out, anything like that?
None of us have tried to get in, no sir.
Yikes. Well, it's a good thing you guys are all out then. So.
Yeah, no, we're trying to stay safe, staying low here, because things have never gotten worse, you know? But listen, I'm still itching. If you guys got a job for me, I sure would like to help prove myself. Because, you know, if the rumors are what they say, and there's going to be an attack on Stamgarden at some point, I want in. I want in that fucker.
Hey, I got you a secret mission. You ready for this?
What's that?
Bring it in.
Hey.
Now, I think you're the man for the job here.
All right, awesome. What is it?
Been thinking for a while, and
Uh-huh.
you're the guy.
Yeah.
Now, you know how to make potato salad?
Yeah, I reckon.
I think if you make me some potato salad with extra smoked paprika,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's the first step of the plan.
Why do I get the feeling that you just wanted me to make you food?
Well, I do want some potato salad, so it's a convenient plan for me.
Is this like they're gonna slip on a banana peel situation or something, but it's gonna be potato salad?
That'd be a waste of potato salad, friend.
Oh, you're right. All right. All righty, roll tide. All right.
Roll Tide.
If you know, you know. He'll go start making you some potato salad.
Awesome.
Part of Westeros is this.
Well, we gotta find him something to do.
Bessie's just like, y'all want some tea still?
Oh yeah.
All righty. Bessie is Tucker's mom.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tucker's mom.
All right, so they're gonna make some food for you guys. Is there anything you want to do between now and the next day that Poe is expected to arrive at some point?
I would like to safely go check out the farm and see what I can collect.
All right, just go ahead and give me a stealth roll and then an investigation roll. I do kind of need to speed through some of this to get to what we need to get through tonight.
I'd like to use advantage given Twinkle Toes and the Vanta Black Cloak. And
Yep, if you go during night, Vanta Black Cloak will totally give you advantage on that.
Absolutely. All right.
Real quick, Richard, where are we currently on the map?
I was pointing, if you want to just put a dot somewhere, I was thinking like here-ish, although how many miles away is that? We'll call it here.
Okay.
I will say it's over here. So yeah, that's... The little rectangle box there is Stem Garden proper, and we'll say that you're like 10 miles out. So yeah, if you want to go through to the middle of the night and back. However, I will also need a con check just to see if you take a point of exhaustion because you're going like through the night and then getting back really late at night to do that. All right, yeah, you're good. You're like, it's tiring. You get in exhausted, but all right, so that is your stealth, and let me just get in either perception or investigation to see what you find out during that time of scouting.
Have to roll perception.
Nice.
I don't know if I'd be able to use the wand or the oh my goodness, special sneakies plus 10.
If you want to, if Anwar is going to give it to you, yeah, you could take that to take with you.
That would certainly be helpful, so I can get in and out. It would turn my 16 into a 26.
Yep. All right, yeah. So you go in there, and without attracting any attention at all, you see that seems like all of the guards have gone, but there are still two of those like big. I think I've got an image for this. You got still two of these like 10-foot tall, alien-looking robots.
I haven't caught the third season yet.
Yeah.
That just came out.
Yep.
What is this from?
It's from the Netflix Lost in Space thing, but I just thought that they looked so cool. It'd be like Sentinel robot kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a solid choice.
I think this is like early concept art for it that was like not quite what the final result was, but it's close.
Yeah.
Are there any of the classic Lost in Space robots running around just like in the background?
I don't know. But in any case, yeah. So there's two of these that are kind of like patrolling and kind of doing the kind of Terminator kind of looking around, but you do not see any other guards in the house or barn or anything.
Okay.
Are you trying to sneak so much that you're like getting past them and looking inside the house? Because for a 26, I'll give that to you if you want.
Yeah, I mean, assuming I can map out and time out their like patrol routes. If it's consistent, then yeah, I'd feel
okay. Yeah, it'll be fairly consistent, and you get through, and you kind of like when you're looking inside, there seems to be nothing in the barn at all. The inside, in fact, the barn and the inside both seem like they've been like rummaged through their stuff all over, like they've been searching a whole bunch. But when you look in there, there is a single cultist priest with the mask and cloak and everything that is sitting at the kitchen table, just kind of waiting there.
Does it
fairly motionless?
Does it look like Happy Dan?
No, this is not like a cloaked person. This is one of the like cultists with the knife images.
Gotcha. Is my wagon in the barn, or is that off somewhere now?
Here you go. Your wagon, I think you last had it at Inger's place. So I think they might have taken it somewhere or left it at Inger's place.
Yeah, that tracks. All right, cool.
So I think this should be the right one. Do you see a cultist thing here?
Yeah, I see a culty.
Okay, yeah. So that is who is waiting inside of just seeming. I will say you get some Happy Dan vibes of how it just seems to be kind of motionless and just kind of waiting there, like on standby.
Cool. I'll 1v1 him.
Is that what you want to do?
By that, I mean I'll return to the group and
update
them on my findings.
Alrighty, you go ahead and do that. Is there anything else that anybody does with their night while he's off doing that?
I'll send a sending to my mother.
Okay.
Just another like, Mother, I hope you're safe. We are near STEM Garden again. We'll update you when there's more to say, but for now, just stay safe. Love you.
Okay, honey, don't get in too much trouble now. Whatever kind of voice it would be.
Yeah. Audrey gets that response back, and she's like, I don't know about no trouble.
Alrighty. Anything else? Seeing none, we will flash forward to the middle of the day, the following day, where eventually, kind of looking around, looking outside, just kind of shooting the shit, talking. Eventually, you will see, a. Let's do. Okay.
Flashlight again.
There will do. There will be a Loxodon just kind of marching his way through. And this is not a like woolly one. It doesn't seem particularly big. It seems more like chunky, if anything. It's kind of walking along and fairly common clothing, just kind of walking along, making his way towards the house.
Can I do an investigation check to see if it's an illusion?
Go for it.
Come on.
I think you just need a 15. Yeah, it gets it. You're like, this is not something about this elephant. Not right. You know how Loxodon have like 2 legs and they just got a certain walk to them? This one, no.
Yep. It's like, guys, I don't think that's a Loxodon. I think it might be Poe.
That's crazy.
I had the same suspicion. It's walking strangely.
Eventually he walks over and we'll get over to you, please. Excuse me, is it all right if I could come inside for perhaps a glass of water?
All right, weary traveler, surely kick up your feet. Try your shoes.
What? Watch your head. It's a low ceiling in here.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And he's gonna walk on over and then, like, as he gets in, he's just gonna immediately go back to his breath. I could not keep that up. Oh man, that was a tougher one. I was really stretching there.
Something so big.
I like to keep my options open. I went for it. That one was a bit harder, not gonna lie. Good to see you all. Good to see you're alive. What have you burned down recently?
Funny you mentioned that.
Our hopes and dreams.
How recently?
Right.
Well, you've got to tell me about everything. You're telling me that the water wheel's been taken? That's good. What else is going on?
Hell, Lopa has water wheel, which is a thing.
That is his homeland, so hopefully he's satisfied, and it will not be much longer until the big 3 reunite to take STEM Garden. It is quite exciting.
Well, STEM Garden might be taken care of. Also,
What do you mean taken care of? The army's assembling. What else are you going to take STEM Garden with?
well, a deal. But yeah, also Lopaw's kind of we're on Lopaw's crap list right now because we kind of hustled out of there real quick, and he wasn't happy about that, so we sent some people to fetch us, and we were like, hell no, like cold dead hands, and then they kicked our asses and dragged us in, and then things got out of hand, and we got out of jail.
You're telling me that you escaped from a prison of Lopa?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's...
It was pretty not
Why would you...
hard.
We had a timeline we were trying to keep on, and he wasn't happy about that. Things got out of control.
Lopaw's... I think when we made the deal to work with Lopa, he got the wrong impression. We were like, hey, we'll help you, and you help us, and we'll take back Water Wheel. And what he heard was, we work for you now forever.
Yeah,
And
there was some
that was a
confusion
real, lots of languages, lots of barriers there. So when we're like, okay, we're leaving now, he was like, no, you come back now.
Well, I mean,
And
I could see where there could be a bit of misconception and some misunderstandings. I suppose I never fully went over with you that, like, as the Resistance, we kind of are pledging allegiance to the big three as kind of our leaders. So we kind of do work for them.
All right, so what I told him was we needed to circle back to you about it because we'd been out of communication.
Oh, you brought
So
me
we took-
into it.
Well, I said we took our
Great.
orders from you. You were our kind of
Uh-huh.
handler, and so like we need to confirm with our handler because like this was information we didn't really have.
Yeah, see, like this is kind of pertinent information when we had that orientation in that
Uh-huh.
basement. Would have been
Yeah.
a good time to bring up, you know?
Okay,
A
I
really good
see.
time.
Mistakes have been made,
Yeah, yeah.
Several
well,
times, actually.
but that's okay. This is fixable. I can fix this.
that's good to hear.
I can fix this.
All right.
Yes.
The
Insight.
fun
Go ahead.
bit to tack on there, though, is that he's kind of got people out hunting for us.
Yeah.
So the
What an insight.
faster
He's
You
trying
can
to
fix it.
convince himself that he can fix it. He's like, I'm a smooth talker. I can do it. Yes, I can fix this. Sure. Okay then. So we've got a bit of a low paw problem, but you've made some kind of deal that is not this is separate from low paw.
Yeah, there's a third party who's
Maybe before we do that party, we do our current new party.
oh right. So this is Rain.
Hello,
Oh, hello there.
I'm Rain.
I'm Poe. Nice to meet
Nice-
you.
Nice to meet you too.
I know I've been changing forms, but this is me in my Kenku Raven form.
Glad to see the real you.
Yes. And how did you get involved with these fine people? Yes, how?
You should take a seat.
Okay.
We do like the fade to black.
Yeah. Fade to black,
Yeah,
go back up. Well, okay then. So we've got a deserter on our hands. Well, if you're trusting her, then I'll trust her. Whatever choice have I got, we've already met.
Hey, well, in that case, well, I'll tell you all about this deal. You should sit down.
Maybe lay down would be better.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys
Take a
actually
deep
gonna give
breath.
them like the actual fucking details of this?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh,
I wasn't
probably.
planning on telling him everything.
Why
What
not?
are you gonna tell him for this part?
Oh, okay. We would have obviously talked about this over the day and a
Yeah,
half,
you would have
but
talked
we
over
can-
what exactly you're
I
gonna tell him.
don't think telling him exactly who is a good fucking idea, especially because of who our new daddies are.
I think explaining the situation in full so they can understand why we made the choices we did might be in our favor. If we hold too much from him, then it's like you never told me it was this guy, and that can bite us in the ass later. Whereas if we put the cards, he's gonna find out when Dude
Is
Man
he?
just walks out, right?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
So part of our deal with Cerebro is that we would keep it hush hush, and he would keep it hush hush, safe with his indifference, if you will. So my thought was, because right now we're on the big three's shit list. And us saying that we're working. Us saying that we're working with the Mind Flayer is like, okay, so you guys are traitors, full stop. So to protect Poe at this point, I would say it's like I don't know, I would just be as vague as possible with it, because like
We
I would
have
not mention an illithid. I would not
we have
mention the
word.
Empire.
we have a contact on the inside who has said that the general posted there has an interest in moving south. North. Which way? In south. And we've figured out a way. We've made an agreement where they will leave the city and head south, leaving it open to us. We just need to fill that power vacuum and lock things back down. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, Poe, they know who we are. We have wanted posters. They seem to figure out what we were doing almost immediately. So our cover has been blown pretty clearly. Um, Currently, Lopaw doesn't like us. And if he talks to the other big three, they probably won't like us either. But we have a Hail Mary strategy where we can win STEM Garden without any bloodshed. So, at best, it succeeds and we get back STEM Garden. At worst, we go in and die, and we're not a problem to anyone anymore.
I have a bit of concern, but is there anything I can do to help? You wanted to meet up with me.
Keep Macedon and the big three off of our backs while we do it, maybe?
I mean, smoothing things over with Lopaw's a big one. And then making
Lopah
sure we
can
have.
suck my dick.
Well, but as far as STEM Garden goes, making sure we have some leadership and people who can, govern that. Because
Oh, well, I think
otherwise-
there's already leadership that's likely to be established. There would be some kind of election of the tribes, and they'll select who the best chief is.
Well, if we can get a jump on that, so it's ready to go.
Oh, they've been
make
working on it
handshake-
for months, if not years. It's gonna be handled.
All right, cool. So that's
the real thing is that when assuming we all come out of this alive, I would really love to not be immediately thrown in prison for desertion for a commander I did not know we were serving.
yeah. There's that.
Alrighty, well, like I said, I can fix this.
I hope you can.
In addition to it, may we point out that Lopaw didn't even say that in a clear-cut way.
No, he kind of just said,
That we work for.
"I'm your boss now," and
Yeah.
we're like, "We didn't discuss this with our boss."
Well,
Yeah, there's chain of command.
I suppose I should have explained the situation a bit better. I'm sorry.
No hard feelings for you, man.
Not to you.
Not with you.
I definitely have some.
I will do what I can, and I will fall on my sword and say it is my fault. And,
Maybe do it with like so many feet between you so you can get a head start.
Wait, what about that other dude? Can we toss him under the bus?
Tucker?
No, not
Oh,
Tucker.
good.
Come
I
on,
was
man.
like, you can't. He's been trying
on,
so
kid.
hard.
No, he gets a gold star. No, the one that's like questionable with the kids.
Oh, Knuckle.
Knuckle. Can we
I
toss him?
would.
Poe's boss.
Yeah.
yeah, that's Poe's boss.
Yeah. So is the hierarchy now big three, Knuckle, Poe, or like generally, like as far as we know it?
Yeah, Knuckle is the head of the STEM Garden Resistance. Poe is like your team leader, kind of.
Yeah.
He's our handler.
Man,
Yeah.
I really thought Knuckle was like boss. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, now we have new daddies.
Yeah.
So that's the issue.
3 angry daddies.
At least one very angry daddy. Yeah.
Ooh, not crazy about that.
Nope.
What we
I
really
save
wanted
it
to
about
do
states.
by talking to you before we do this is that we wanted to just say that we are trying a third option, something else that doesn't get a lot of people killed. And if it doesn't
this-
work, then it's just us. But if it does
Okay.
work,
So nothing's going to come back on us, and this is not going to jeopardize what we have been working for so long.
Didn't.
Then,
It shouldn't.
well, then I guess I'll just give you my blessing. I'll do whatever I can to help you. If it makes you feel any better, I've got some kumquats for you. if you'd like to eat some, taking some on my journeys, and maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better. I'm sorry about the miscommunication. That's kind of my role, so I feel like that's the least I can do is give you some food, maybe.
The thing, though, is that Cindy would absolutely accept that.
I mean,
You
if
give me
have,
food, it's done.
you have to kick the can down to me, then I get it. I just didn't understand the orders, and I disseminated that information to my team wrong.
Let's not pretend that Lopal isn't at least a little bit responsible in not relaying the information,
That
period.
scares the shit out of me personally.
He should, but he's still a little bit of a bitch.
Let's not talk about our boss's boss's boss.
I'm gonna do what I want. I'm an adult.
That's true. Yeah.
So
He's not my
Lopal's-
boss. Can I talk about him?
You're an outside
Go for
contractor.
it.
Since I'm already heading south, I sure would like to reconnect with the Lopal and the Madam and other people down south. Is there any other words I should give? And then if I head up north, is there any word you'd like me to report to Macedon? Big one.
Well, oh dang, there is, right? Guys, we have something for this.
It will not be too much longer before the attack on Stem Garden. If what you do doesn't work, and if you make it out alive, could you be back here in time for the Day of the Dead?
If dead.
That's
15th? Samhain?
Is that already this month?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can
Let
we
me put you over to the calendar screen.
Yeah, with what day we're currently on. Por favor.
can we have it so like if our mission was successful, we can fly up a flag that you guys can see that's a different color or sigil and can be like, "Oh, we're good." So
Could
like
you, I mean, if things have changed, Audra, could you do that thing you were doing in my head?
I can do that as often as you want me to.
Okay, then.
Just spell slots for it.
Actually, if you wrote your name in this book, I could contact you at any time that way.
That would probably be better.
it's a nifty gadget. We could keep in communication with the chain of command and all that.
And to be
Okay,
honest,
sure.
I don't really
I'll-
care which of these plots we go with, so long as my target is still around.
Alrighty then, sure. He'll write his name in the book.
There we go. There's the third slot. Now I can bother Poe anytime.
Yay!
Is there anything else you want to do with Poe before you meet up with your next boss daddy?
Bit of a hug. Just a hug.
You know what, guys? You know what we need? Group hug. Group hug, everybody.
Bring
Bring it
it
in.
all in.
Bring it in. And if anybody wants any kumquats for the road, I've got
It
some.
is 50-50 in the group huggers in the group, just like, I'm good. That's pretty funny.
What is up with you and the kumquats?
They're kind of a minor obsession of mine. I pick them up when I can when I'm traveling, and well, I just want to give them out. I don't know.
Hunter will remember that.
What does this even look like?
I know, I just had to look it up. They're like oranges.
Yeah.
And, spelled with a K, for the record.
Oh god.
Get
Oh,
your
no.
mind out of the gutter.
I didn't know how to spell it. I thought it was spelled with a C. The results are still the same, but I was like, I thought it was spelled with a C.
Umquat?
That's it.
Lovely.
All
They're pretty
right.
cute little things.
I can't think of
Anyways, here you
anything
go.
we wanted
I
to-
got some. You can have them.
Thank you.
Is there anything else we needed to talk to Poe about? Just kind of touching base. What's the situation with the resistance right now? Like, since we're
Situation with the resistance is they're getting ready for a full-scale assault in Stem Garden that's going to line up with the Day of the Dead.
That's why we need to beat feet.
Yeah.
And
All
that's Halloween.
That's kind of how the Halloween day. Yep. Yeah, I guess you guys would know general lore that there is you guys have never heard of any actual undead, but there are what I was gonna say.
I mean, we heard Arantis talk about it.
Yeah, there are some tales of, monsters and stuff that may come out on that day if you don't give them offerings and stuff like that. Like, there's potentially some supernatural energy around that day. And they have seemed to line their attacks up with certain kind of holy days, so...
All right.
Should I forge the helmet before we go to meet with Cerebro so it is made and done?
I think you have time
Yeah.
to do it, probably. Because I feel like once we meet up with Cerebro, it's go time.
It's on.
So we're on the
Good,
5th
all right.
right now, I think. So...
Yep.
Alright. And so you guys said you'd meet up with Cerebro on the 6th? I think you wanted to meet Poe one day before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to do for the rest of today, or are we just TLDRing skipping over to the next day?
We kind of TLDR'd past this, but at some point during their travels, Anwar would explain that after talking to the Summer Prince, he and Rain were able to learn the schematics for the... I don't know what the name would be called. The Mental Fortress. That's a good name.
Fortress? Huh? No.
The Mortress?
The Mental Fortress. A helmet
Fortress?
used to combat a mind flayer. And that while they were in Orflow, that they were able to get an ancestral battle axe made of adamantine that can be melted down and forged into the helmet required to stand toe-to-toe with one of the mind flayers. So I think that night, Anwar, using enhance ability to enhance his own tinkering and forging skills, and then Audra there as his assistant, and then Rain there helping craft the runes and the magic into the helmet itself, they would together make the Mental Fortress.
Alrighty.
Dope.
Very nice. Oh wait, so you did make it. So you melted down the battle axe then.
There would be a conversation. I know you're trying to get through this stuff, but I'm like, I feel like this is more important than an axe.
But I can tinker with it so good.
Pretty cool axe.
I was thinking of being an artificer multi-class to tinker. You take the X,
Yep.
fine.
And who's getting the helmet?
That is up for debate.
Okay.
Good to have either fucking way.
But yeah, I figure it would be an attunement item.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, we'll make it. And what is the spell that gets imprinted onto it?
Intellect
Is it
Fortress?
Intellect Fortress. That's the one that
Intellect.
does resistance to psychic damage, advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
For how long?
That's
hour.
concentration 1 hour.
Okay, so similar to the other items that have been made, we'll say 3 times per day, so up to 3 hours in concentration each time. So if you lose concentration, you can do another charge, but it can only be... You got to keep that concentration going, and only up to 3 times per day.
All right.
Alrighty. So you do all of that. Cutting over to the next night, I do have a little thing real quick before we go over to Cerebro.
Oh, you already posted.
What was I gonna say? Chimera. As you know, the wolf howls at midnight, and you are the embodiment of the wolf, and you do have your special echo powers that you use at midnight. You do not try to use your echo power, as far as I know, unless you were planning on that, were you?
No.
No, okay. So, you do not try to use your powers at midnight. However, you do have a dream within the middle of the night where you look at yourself. You are an echo. You are in that shade, that like kind of purplish, shady kind of feeling. Looking at yourself, you can look down at your own body sleeping in bed. You look around, and as you're looking out, you can see other people who are kind of sleeping as well. Would anybody like to volunteer to be one standing watch, if anybody is, for the night, to see Echo Chimera walking around?
Yeah, if you
good.
want to.
She's fine.
Who?
She got it.
Who? Sorry, I didn't hear.
No one wants to be watched now?
Andrew put his hand up. I'm cool with
All
Hunter
right,
doing
Hunter. Hunter, you are up in the middle of the night. Your father is also up drinking some milk. And, Sydney, I will leave it up to you what you want to do. You're currently in Echo right now. You look through and you see that Hunter and his father are up in the kitchen and other people are sleeping.
I walk towards the door. I go outside.
Alrighty.
Like outside into the common room, or outside, like outside the house?
I think I would walk through the like to the door, the front door. Yeah.
So once again, Mr. Matt Mercer does not really explain much about how this ability works. So I guess we just have to figure this out. It doesn't say anything about you can go through walls or anything. So I think you do have to actually open the door.
Okay.
But you can do that. You like your echo can interact. You can do more than just attack. You can like actually open a door as if you were just a person.
And we see the echo.
Yeah, you just see, just like anytime you've seen Chimera with her echo out in battle, you just see an echo like walking through the house, which is very unusual since you've only ever seen an echo in a fight.
I can't.
And it's just opening the front door, like stepping outside, just moving, I guess, exploring. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my sword on and the Vanta Black cloak, and like kind of rush out to follow.
I will say that while you're in this, I don't think it seems like the flavor of the echo is you can't actually say anything.
Yeah.
Like there's no flavor about any of that. So like if you try to make a sound, you can't.
No,
you
can
like
just see and hear.
You're like just this phantom walking around. And also I would say that you get this feeling, it's really faint, but just like feeling out towards the southeast, you just get the faintest feeling, a similar feeling to when you were touching the egg and your heart felt like it was connected with your daughter's heart for a second. You get like that feeling as you kind of just intuitively feel out towards the southeast. It feels very distant, but you feel like you can feel your daughter somewhere.
I turn that way.
All right, you turn that way.
And I just walk.
All right.
We're
Keep
enjoying
on-
this out of body experience. We're just going.
Oh,
All right.
Up the back.
What do you try to do?
I'll just yell to Paul like, "Hey, I'll be back,"
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of follow.
You keep on following. You keep on following your feeling of your daughter. You just kind of like feel her love almost. You just like in your heart, and just like you just kind of almost feel it from this direction. There's a little bit of warmth coming from this direction, and you just keep on walking. And do you just keep on walking and keep on feeling it, or do you do anything else, or just keep on walking?
I think she probably walks for a little bit, until she feels that pull that you can't go any further.
Okay, yeah. So you'll get to about within 1,000 feet, and you'll start to feel your body kind of like dematerialize a little bit. So you have to pull back to keep your form. But you could just feel like you want to reach out further, but you can't without your body dematerializing. but you have a feeling still. You got like up to 1,000 feet closer. It didn't feel like you made very much progress. She seems very, very far away, but you have a strong feeling that she's in that direction.
Just kind of, I stand and I stare off in that direction, just very longingly, before like turning and looking
Oop.
and pointing out the way I was walking.
All right. Is there anything else you do in this echo form, or do you wake up, or what do you do?
Probably wake up after a time.
Okay. So Hunter, you're out there being like, what the hell's going on? And eventually the echo just kind of dissipates, and then Kamira, you wake up.
I go out into the common room, like out to Paw, like looking for Hunter, expecting him there, and he's not, and it's realizing that maybe what she had just experienced was a reality.
Hunter, is there anything you say to confirm that this actually happened?
Well, I think Hunter's gonna take a minute to just kind of look around, and especially like kind of focus in on the direction she pointed. And when he doesn't really see anything, he's going to return to the house with like a jog.
As you're kind of stepping out and looking around the center of the room area near the kitchen, Caleb's gonna come out and be like, "Hey, was that you there? Being all purple-like and stuff?"
I have been known to be kind of purple-like sometimes, I suppose.
Well, I hate to tell you, lady, you got a condition.
Been told that before. Did Hunter leave?
Yeah, I think he was out looking for you. He must have circled back.
I must have.
I'm sure he'll find you before too long. It's about that time that Hunter gets back through the door.
Oh, hey. What was
Hi.
that about, Cammy?
I just took a walk, I suppose. Your guess is as good as mine, to be totally honest.
I don't think so. My guess ain't great.
What's your guess, darling?
Aliens? Is this about the god egg?
It might be. I doubt it, though. I think maybe it's just something I'm falling into.
You okay though?
Do I still feel that pull, without being in an echo, or is that kind of feeling gone?
You no longer have the feeling when you're not in echo mode. You only have it while you're in the echo mode.
I think I will be. Maybe.
Alrighty. Well, we're just about running out on time where I really want us to get to this next thing by 10:30. So we'll say that we finish the long rest, and if anybody would like to roll for their HP for their level up, now's the time to do it.
Alrighty.
Who's volunteering to do that, and who's taking the average?
I'd like
to... not as good this time, but overall I think she's out pretty well. Still,
Sid, oh yeah.
because of Khan, 8, nice.
Okay, well, still got the
Still got the average anyway.
I can live with that.
I've always done the average, but let's just do it. I mean, why not? I'm gonna con bump next level and get a nice
funny
boost
because
anyway.
I've always fucking rolled, and I've always been
Hey,
like, how's your guys'
that's
HP
good.
so much higher?
That was great. All right, I'm at 50 now.
Nice.
An even 50.
Very nice. Is that a 7+1 because
Correct.
of your +1 to con? Nice.
Yeah. So next level, I will be... Let's see, I'm probably going to take the average next level, so that'll jump me up to like mid-60s because I'm going to con bump.
Nice.
Which is good, because the
Alrighty.
cleric should be much beefier than I have been.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So we'll kick over to the next day. At what time of the day would you like to head over to the Valentine farm?
Oof. I think not like crack of dawn, but like I would vote for like early in the day, but like not crack of dawn. Like we've get up and we get a little bit to psych ourselves up first and then go over. You know? That would be my vote.
There's one other thing I should say that Hunter, when you were doing your scouting, there was a crate on the kitchen table as well.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right. In the room with the squid.
It's a crate you did not recognize. That was in the room with the squid. Yep.
Okie dokie.
And just as a reminder, the last word you got from what's his name was that was a neat trick. I was able to reverse engineer it. Meet me at the Valentine house. Don't worry about the guards.
Right.
So, when do you want to go? And what do you do?
Armed to the teeth.
So now we're on the 6th. Man, we sped through this week. Sometimes it's like months of like in game to get through a week.
12 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think in the morning, as everyone's like strapping on their armor and polishing their weapons and things like that, for most of the night, Anwar has been just staring at and studying this helmet to make sure it's as perfect as possible. And he kind of turns it over and looks at the craftsmanship made with Rain's intelligence and Audra's wisdom and Anwar's craft. And he's going to kind of flip it around. And he is going to don the mental fortress and attune to it as he is ready to go to the front line.
When you were describing that, I was picturing when what's his name, when Adam Driver in Star Wars puts on his new helmet.
I was like, there's also a lot of dramatic helmet puts like with a Magneto, so like that swelling trumpet music just kind of like
yeah.
And I imagine that like once you put it on, the rest of your armor that is somewhat I think it has like a transmutation quality to it, just kind of like absorbs it in.
Yeah.
Like a Doc Ock absorbing the nanotech, just kind of like just gets.
Whereas normally it's a little bit rough when a new piece of metal or tech is adapted into the suit because this is made of adamantine and it has arcane runes baked into it. It's like putting on a glove.
Yeah.
And he puts on this new helmet. So that's what he does.
Could have just been a ring, but this is pretty cool too.
Could you imagine if it had been a ring? How lame would that have been?
So, anybody else doing anything before you make the trek over?
Are we? I assume we're not gonna get like into much as we wrap this up, which is why we just did the HP roll here. But are we are considered level up now? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so as I go over, then as we're like making our way over, Audra's gonna like move over to Hunter, and just like, I've that thing I was saying about where I want to make sure that if you go down, you can get right back up again. In battle.
Yeah.
You could just say yes. It's something she's. That was like kind of a TLDR thing.
Am I muted?
No. I heard you say yeah.
Yeah, with a question mark, I guess.
It was kind of like a TLDR thing during the past little while, anyway.
Right.
Anyway, she'll reach out her hand to like give you a handshake, and then as she's doing that, you'll feel like some magic pass from her to you, and just be like, "Well, I figured it out." And you've just been death warded. So the first time you would hit 0 HP, you instead retain 1.
I
That's
like
gonna
that.
be very helpful. That's gonna be very helpful for Hunter, given how often he goes down.
Yeah. I keep getting put.
He will survive long enough to use his reactions.
Yep. as my first level 4 spellcast right there.
Hell yeah.
It's like, what would the meme be? Like, has access to 5 different reactions. Dead. Can't use any of them.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys do that. Anything else?
I suppose, are we putting up gods to speak to this Cerebro?
He said not to worry about his guards. Although, do you mean our own defenses?
Yes.
Well, I just gave some to hunters, so I would say the answer is yes.
I don't want him to think that we're going there to kill him. The idea has crossed my mind.
Weapons drawn, auras all out, like all the like shields and stuff floating around us.
Well, at the very least, I'm gonna give myself some mage armor.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Remember, Hunter, you're currently the only one that thing can't read its mind. Read your mind. So, you're taking point.
Perfectly safe.
Oh, right, your ring. Yeah, cool.
And I'm gonna like do some like hand magic, and then like, oh, the ring is gone.
Oh yeah, because you can make it invisible. Not only are you death warded, but now even if you die, your soul can go in the ring. So you got a lot of protection right now.
Yeah.
I could give some of us protection from mind reading as well, though it would take a little bit of magic to do. 'Cause I do have Thought Shield, second level.
If we have too many up, I feel like it'll
look aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could prepare fast friends just in case. I'm just going over the spell list, and occasionally there's one where you're like, I've never read what this spell does before, but I have a good idea.
As you guys like kind of finally all have all your stuff and getting ready to leave the farm to go over to the other farm, Tucker's gonna come and be like, "Hey guys, you're going somewhere? Can I tag along this time? Oh, I'm happy to
Sure,
help out."
buddy.
No.
We could use an offering.
What?
Just kidding.
Why don't you cook a brisket to go with that potato salad?
Oh, is potato salad done?
I finished it last night, man.
Oh, dang.
Work on the brisket.
Well,
You want with brisket? All right, if that's what it takes to get into the resistance, man, I will cook you.
It'll take him-
we
brisket
can't
you
do
ever
that.
had.
Come on. We
It'll
can't
take
do
him
that.
all day. He cannot come with us.
Yeah, no. We're getting into some serious shit right now.
Have him ask Poe.
Yeah, check in with Poe. He might be able to help you out.
Oh, you think it might really be time for me to ask Poe?
Man, go ahead. You do that. No, because
All
like
right,
you've been putting
guys.
in a lot of work, and
Mhm.
you've been here on the ground while we've been out also on the ground.
And he might turn into our big evil villain if we don't let him in.
Oh dear. Yeah. Just, here, high
BBEG
five, man.
stands for Big Brisket.
High five.
Yeah, go
Roll
go
Tide. Catch you later.
All right. Oh God.
And he will head out.
Roll Tide.
Okay. So, he will, he'll move on, and you guys can head on over to where, of course, once again, you see the big ol' boys, who are just kind of like searching around. And do you guys just roll up so that way they see you?
What we were told to do.
We were told to ignore them, so...
Yep.
I guess before we go, should Rain go with you guys? Do people know that Rain? I can't remember if
He has no idea you're showing up. If you're showing up,
do we want to keep Rain hidden?
I think Rain should be with us. I think even if you hid her,
Oh,
he
a
could
good
sense
faith
you.
gesture. Yeah.
I don't know. If I did Thought Shield and Invisibility, I would have no idea that I was there.
Yeah, but
At
if...
some point he's gonna have to move us.
Yeah, there's like a trust thing there. That we don't want to, like, risk this,
Tell you what, though, Rain, if you were a sleeper agent for the Empire, Now would be an incredible time to kill us.
We're
Like,
sandwiched
good job,
between
Rain.
her and
I would
Cerebro.
Brought
like
him
to
in.
insight check that look Artem just gave. To make
Richard, I want
sure.
to cast Tidal Wave on my party.
I didn't think it would be tonight, but all right. All right, so you guys head over, and these things just look down at you, and they're like scanning you for a second, and then they look back, kind of looking around, like, all right, nothing to see here. And yeah, they're kind of towering over near the front kind of entrance to the house, but it looks like you're able to just walk right on in.
We will do so.
As we walk by, everyone's kind of looking forward, serious. Anwar's kind of like looking at the constructs, seeing if there's any new modifications, anything he could. Oh, that's interesting. No, yeah, we're moving.
Yeah, it's a slightly better model now. That was like the 5.2, like rather than the 5.0. Like it's mostly the same, but it's a couple of different upgrades. It looks like they might have an extra little thing that comes out of the sidearm here or whatever. Yeah, upgrades. So you go on inside, and once again, the only person there is one cultist who is sitting at the table, just kind of like tapping his fingers. So Hunter, you're going inside, and you notice your house has been torn to bits, like it was in the middle of an FBI raid or whatever. Like just stuff tossed out there around, papers, all sorts of stuff thrown around everywhere. But you see, just kind of sitting on this table, it's this one guy, and not too long after he gets in, his head kind of like turns over, kind of all creepily, like Happy Dan did. And he just kind of snaps back into it, and you just kind of hear a, "So, you're here on time. That's good."
Give or take. Can't say I like what you did with the place.
I would apologize for this, but I frankly don't care.
Right. Well, we're here. What can we do for you?
Oh, first of all, it's good to see you, Rain.
I'm not sure we've met, but hello.
You've met. We saw each other at the pyre.
Right.
The name's Cerebro, if you need a name for me.
Did she actually meet Cerebro, though?
I don't think she's ever really met him, but she's seen him.
Okay.
You might not know me, we're not on personal terms, but I know you. I had a feeling you were with these people, and I was kind of surprised I did not see you the last time I met with them. Curious as to where you were.
Oh. That's, for me to know. I do think, out of caution, she probably would have cast Thought Shield on herself before she came in.
Okay. So she would have cast Thought Shield on herself. Okay. Okay, so say, well, I guess that's for you to know then. That's fine for now. I had only anticipated 4 of you. But I suppose with you, Rain, I don't need a disguise for you. And he's going to open up the crate, and there will be 4 masks similar to the cult mask he's wearing. Would one of you like to try it on and see what it does?
Anwar's going to instinctively put his arm in front of Hunter.
I'm gonna bring it to you so you can like scan it. Just
Yeah. I know.
Be cool. He's gonna.
You could just tell us.
You're welcome to inspect it if you like.
Oh, we will.
Give you no harm.
Rain's gonna cast Identify.
It is a transmutation object that will have a specific direction for alter self, which will when you put it on, it will shift you into the exact form of kind of the standard build for a cultist, and it will give you the full uniform and everything, and you'll be the perfect size no matter what size you normally are.
Well,
This is not normal magic. This is your magic.
This is
Isn't
my
it?
magic. What do you think? Try it on and see for yourself.
You know, analyzing arcane currents, you can see the different lineages and people, cultures that put their magic, whether it's fire or healing. This is just darkness. It's cold.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
Anwar's going to look to everyone and kind of say, like, it'll work, but you won't like it.
I'll go ahead and press it to my face.
All right, you press it to your face, and then like, it's almost like cloth fabric sprouts out from every direction from within the small gap between the mask and your face, and just like envelops you in a cloak to where you look no different than he does. And your size shifted a little bit. You're around the same height, but you do not feel any horns anymore. And you kind of look at you. You are wearing a perfect replica of a cultist outfit, and you appear to be the exact kind of build and size needed to pass as one. So as you see, I have 4 here. Was not expecting a 5th, but with Rain, if you still have your garb, if not, I'm sure I can find some for you.
Where
I
did
still
my
have it.
horns go? What was that?
Excellent.
Is this like the voice all of you have?
I will say that your voice doesn't change. That will have to be all on you.
Oh,
I
alright.
100% believe Hunter did that on purpose.
Let's see, performance check.
Yeah, you're welcome to a performance check to see. You did a damn good job. Like, people really thought for a second that you had changed voices too.
Maybe I have.
Anwar, still keeping on his helmet, he's going to take a deep breath and put on the mask.
All right, yeah. Kind of completely overtakes you, and this is your form currently. All of the effects of an alter self spell are in effect right now.
Oh, I didn't like that. Don't like that.
Whether you like it or not, it's effective for what the mission's going to be. You are going to pose as my guards, and Rain, you can be my acquisitions assistant. I was looking to give my rival something anyway.
Which
Speaking of
exactly
job,
are we giving them?
He will go through and dig through the crate and pull out another case that he opens up, and within there are 8 different potions. I'll be giving him this. And close it back up. 8 different potions. That's 8 different things that you may be wondering about what each of them are. It'll be a helpful distraction from his concentration.
Smart.
I know this man as well. I know this being as well as I know myself. Consider him an equal and a formidable rival. He has similar
Can we-
ambitions to me.
Just so we're all on the same page here, can we go over exactly what the plan here is? What do you want from us?
I have been thinking of ways to take out my rival, as he is the biggest threat to my plans currently. He currently operates and runs a lab and prison of sorts known as Fort Moltra. I wish to go there and take his territory. Currently, I have told him that I would like to form an alliance with him. And if he's as smart as I am, he'll be thinking that I'm either making a logical decision to join him, or I'm planning to betray him. He'll plan for either, as I would. But there's one thing that I can surprise him with that he can't surprise me with. I can think through every step he would take, just as he could think through every step I could take. But I underestimated you, which means he will underestimate you. So,
As long as he's not a tree or 5 orcs, we're good.
I will have us run a practice simulation or more if needed. But my plan is you will all accompany me, along with all of our ships, to go to Fort Moltra. And you will accompany me up to the point when it is right to strike. And we will take him out, or at least beat him into submission. But
I assume he also has elite guards.
he does. He does.
We get
But I'll
back.
be there in battle with you. It'll be all of us versus all of them.
That's comforting.
We'll find the right time to strike.
When do we get back home?
Once we're on the island, and he'll do a minor illusion thing to bring up the world map. So Fort Moltra is all the way down here.
Wow.
It's a week's journey by ship. And we can get some practice runs in while we're on the ship. I don't plan on risking all of this on chance. I want to understand you and how you fight. And I want to make sure our odds are best before we get in there and actually try it for real.
Would you believe if we fight with our words?
What?
We've won. That round.
Well, I fight with my minds, and you seem all to have unique abilities. You can fight with all of yours that they'll not be expecting.
Real quick, guys, can we all agree that we don't want him to learn about us, so we need to fight how we don't usually fight? Like, go with totally different strategies to totally mess with him?
Yeah, I'm a monk now.
Why do you want the island? What's there?
There's a laboratory there. He has things I need. First of all, that's the best to my knowledge of anybody else who's going to make a run for power. He is the one who is most likely to make the call. I am not entirely sure of everything he has on the island, but I know he has certain assets that would make him a formidable opponent. I would like those assets to be mine. I'm sure I don't have to go over this again, but just in case I do. This plan of leaving this region and leaving this for you all will only work if I am the one who comes out on top. So you should do whatever you can to make sure I'm the one who wins. Now, once we're on the island, you're welcome to take a boat for yourself to get back to land, and you can make your way back home from there.
Oh, good, we have permission this time.
Yeah.
So, real quick, just doing some... Okay, so it's the 6th. The 15th is when the Resistance plans on just raiding Stemgarden straight up.
Yep.
We don't get to the island if we leave. If we leave tomorrow, we don't even get to the island until the 13th, 2 days before their raid.
Yeah, but if
Why
you
we're
guys...
gonna have to use sending on Poe to let him know.
Right. I'm just like timing that out in my head, just like.
Well, if
How that's
he
all
and his
going
army
down.
if he and his army leave Stemgarden tomorrow, then they're gone tomorrow.
Right.
Sorry
'cause
if I didn't make clear.
Coming
He's
with
like
us.
he's taken all of his army
Okay,
with him.
so going to
Oh,
so
okay.
this trip to the island is his departure.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought this was like
So
you
if
do
get
this and then I pull everyone out. Okay.
No, so if you get him to leave before the 15th, then that's really good.
Right. He just
And
wants
you
us to
could
accompany him as he leaves.
you could backstab him and try to sabotage him if you could, but right now he's the only one giving you a deal.
Right.
So it's up to you if you'd really want to do that or not.
So here's what we do when we're
It seems
on
like
the
he's
boat,
calculated, like it's in your best interest that you'll not betray him for this mission.
Yeah.
we put a banana on the stove and just leave it, right? And before you know it, the whole deck is in flames.
Is that a thing?
I'm pretty
Did
sure.
not understand what you were talking about there.
Never mind.
Is
Don't
that
worry
from
about
a
it.
movie or something?
Saying set the ship on fire is what he's saying.
Yeah, it's in Sea of Thieves. If you leave stuff on the stove, then it.
Oh,
catches
okay. I assumed you were
Uh,
referencing something. Remind me what this like
Keanu might
dolphin
be there.
symbol is on the island? That's
There were a
hunter
whole
thing?
dolphins.
that was
Stories.
what's his name? Arantis.
Right.
He found a world map on like your geography book,
Mhm.
Ryan, and he like sketched in a whole bunch of like notes, and he
Okay.
made a bunch of symbols around different areas, and he made a symbol of a dolphin around this island.
Got it.
Magical Leopoldo.
So there's something perhaps for us to investigate regarding Arantis there anyway.
She's gonna talk to everybody aside. You know, if we go that way, we could go to somewhere safe. I am from Nibble. It's very close.
I have family in Pixieland too. We have an option.
My remaining family is here, but pulling his forces out means that they get to return here safely.
And as promised, as a token of my appreciation, and as part of the deal we've arranged, I offer you Thalamus.
That's Audra's gonna like reach forward as if to like take off the mask, unless that's gonna like cut off our communication for now.
He's not stopping you.
All right, she's gonna reach forward and take off the cultist mask.
You take off the cultist mask, and beneath is what looks like almost a mummified sea elf, very pale blue skin, very similar to the captains that you've seen, but this
Mhm.
one like doesn't have a nose. It's like very malformed. It's very much like the Gith Yankee mixed with a sea elf. So it's very much like a deformed, noseless face. And that is what you see.
Okay. I don't know how much longer people want to go tonight, but Audra's like thing she was gonna do with Thalamus will actually only take like a few minutes, but we can
Yeah,
save it
that's
for next
fine.
time if people want.
I think we can finish off around here. I think
Okay.
we're getting pretty close.
It's like it's like mostly solo her just with him though. That's why I didn't want to like
Okay.
shut anybody out for the last couple minutes.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to do a huge info dump to the point that you guys aren't even going to remember it. I gotta have to recap it all next time anyway. So if there's any extra stuff to, finer details, I can go over all that the first of the next session if you want.
If you want to murder your bud here, I won't stand in your way.
Audra's gonna put the mask back on him. Leave him here.
So-
Leave him here until the morning. I'll do what I have to do then. Leave him here till tomorrow morning.
Fine with me. Are there any other stipulations for our agreement now that you know fully what we're going into? Or do we still have a deal?
You also agreed to release my friends, the Water Genasi.
I will. When we leave Stem Garden, we will leave them behind unarmed.
Not in chains or in a cage. Free.
Fine with me. We
One
even
instant like that.
let them with a house of their own.
Is it Miss Kamir's house?
Insight. Yeah, you feel like he's. I mean, this is through a crazy deformed face speaking through, so it's hard to fully gauge, but he seems like he's consistent at the very least. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna let him go. I don't give a shit.
After we've killed your competition. What's to stop you from just turning and killing us right there on the island with the rest of your army? We need assurance that we can leave unharmed afterwards.
I don't think there's any assurance I can give you, frankly. But this is your only shot at freeing Stem Garden, so you can either choose to trust me or not. I've been through this before with the others. You weren't here for it, but as I told them, I've grown a little bit of a fondness for you, I suppose. Not particularly you, Rain. As I don't really know you as well, but these that I've seen grow up, I've got a bit of a fondness for them as you would a pet.
You have delivered what I asked for, and I am a furball of my word. Can't speak for anyone else, but I don't recant my words.
I can't speak to how unusual it is to have your grade school teacher / principal hire you for an assassination mission. That is not something that I ever thought would happen. Yet here we are.
Gonna be Breaking Bad a little, but
Yone's on the island, isn't she?
I'm sorry, what?
Yone.
Oh, your daughter. I mentioned that I would tell you where she was, didn't I?
She's on the island?
It's my information, yes.
You promised us a ship once the job is done. A functioning, seaworthy ship.
Not a warship, but yeah. A ship. One of the ships that transport people to and from the island. Won't.
Because if you don't give us a ship, we're just going to take one. So you should just give us a ship.
If we have any reputation, it's that.
Well, I'll be happy to give you a ship. It might not be the best ship that'll get you all the way back to Stem Garden, but it's a ship that'll get you to land, get you to the mainland.
Rain, I know you feel conflicted about this. Believe me, I do too. But you see those walls, and you see those constructs outside. It will be a long and bloody conflict if those armies goes up against those walls, and all the people inside those buildings are home or suffer. This seems like the best way.
All right.
I do then. Well, I want you fighting at your best. Do what you need to do. It's the weekend. Take the time you need. See your loved ones. Save what you need to save. Because on the 8th, we head out. There's no turning back at that point. And I guess we'll cut it there with maybe, unless Audra, you'd like to do your thing.
Let's we can start with that next time. I think it'd be better as like she can tie that up and then we can shift on to the next thing, you know?
Alrighty, well that's where we end things then, with a make your save, do whatever, do a extra save file, and here we go. It's about to, things are gonna change forever.
Getting real.
This is gonna be
like when it's like, if you have any other quests to do them now.
Yep.
Yeah. This is like I was checking, so this is like episode 35 tonight. And how many did Vale go? 70 something?
79.
Okay. So I feel like we're like about to break onto disc 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what we're about to do here.
This very much feels like you're finally getting past disc 1. Yep.
Yeah.
This would be the equivalent of like leaving Midgard, because you've always been like near Stem Garden, and now you're like actually breaking to a very different part of the world.
Perfect, because I have my backup Vincent Valentine like already rolled up. I'm kidding. He's more like Sniper Guy from 8, whose name I don't remember because he's unremarkable.
Irvine.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that was an episode, y'all.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, next time, get ready for some action.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Going down.
Test out our
I know
new
we've gone a
abilities.
few episodes now, I think, without combat, so we're gonna be making up
Hey,
for it. I promise
we leveled
you.
up. It's all good.
Yeah.
And I'll be. It's good that we're not. It's good that we're leaving on the 8th in game because she's gonna do some stuff tomorrow, magic-y to Old Thalamus here in the barn. All right.
All right.
What's that?
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
bye.